Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it. I mean,
Shred
I don't even really have a
Lords.
real hobby. That's not a
My
real problem,
boys, my
and I still got
boys.
it. I need $1 billion.
What is up, my
I
dogs?
mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it. I mean, I don't even
TDE,
really
Top
have a
Dog
real hobby.
Entertainment.
That's not a real problem, and I still
It's
got it.
Separation
I need
Saturdays.
$1 billion. Yeah, I've been in the lab, so
What's
I'm
up,
not
dog?
wanna see around thinking about my goals, so I'm not fun to be around. Now I want the whole
How we
field.
doing?
They
How
wish
we
to be
doing? How we
around. I
doing?
take it to the sky, so I don't ever see the ground. I'll call by. You can say I'm in the hunt now, living out my fantasy. They love it when I touch down, flyer than a plane or a pelican. I'm up now, money true holiday. I'm playing for the Bucks now.
Hey, I like that. I like that. It's Savage Saturdays.
I don't see much, man. I
It's
only
Savage
see cash. You
Saturdays.
can't be mad. You need to relax. And my favorite drug is hustle. I'm about to relapse. I'm getting all this money just from making these apps. Hope they take care of my hood when I'm paying each tax. I'm managing my waist, so they saying he's trash. But they look me up on Google, they be keeping these tabs. Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it. I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby. That's not a real problem, and I still got it. I need $1 billion. Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it. I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby. It's not a real problem, and I still got it. I need $1 billion. Yeah, my balls are infinite. My car's got tents in it. I should get a Tesla and put your chick in it. I should call your mom like I love your chicken dish. So she calls you up and says that Kayvon kid's legit. You should look up to him. He can make it hit. I said what's up to him. You can't take that shit. I can't fake that shit. I'm the one to get. I don't give a damn about who I'm up against. Almost ready to tour and tear the scene up. Working for a quarter century to earn my freedom. Got 100 more years to go.
Jack,
Won't
you
keep my
might
feet
mess
up on
around
my
and do a
Kanye tip.
24-hour
I'm about to shake
stream.
the arena, and they can't be mad at me. They be trying to flatter me. Baddest beast. You
My
should really check out the
boys,
anatomy.
Shred
I got
Lords.
lit on Twitter, but they gon' still be atting me. They can't take it out of me.
What's up,
Mommy
Top
will be proud
Dog?
of me. Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you
Stay
feel
hydrated.
about it. I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby.
Shred
It's not
Lords,
a
Shred
real
Lords.
problem, and I still got it. I need $1 billion. Let's be real about it. I mean,
There
I
we
don't really care about how you feel
How we
about
doing?
it. I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby. It's not a
Yeah.
real problem, and I still got it.
I need $1 billion. Yeah. Shred Lords, what the heck is going on, twin? How the heck we doing? How the heck we doing, huh? Somebody please catch me up on what's happening in the world of the Shred Lord. Someone please catch me up. Someone please catch me up. I feel like I haven't seen my team in like 6 hours. We should talk about last night. We should talk about last night. Cause that was freaking fun. All right? That was freaking fun. I proved to myself, as well as to the finance streaming community, which I think I'm the only finance streamer really out there that's like nice and authentic and not trying to sell you a course. I think I proved that we got the same battery and horsepower and raw grit like the gaming streamers. These gaming streamers be pumping out streams left and right, 6 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. We can do that too. We can do that too. You know what I'm saying? That's for the Top Dog Shred Lords. We can freaking do that too. You know what I'm saying? But somebody please catch me up on what the latest and greatest is going on in the world. We gotta do a little roll call. We got a lot of work to get done, guys. This can't be a gaming stream all day and night, but we got a lot to work on today. So we're about to cook up some work. We're doing some sourcing. We're doing a side-by-side comparison of some businesses. We're doing a little bit of everything. You guys can hear my laundry machine in the back. That thing going crazy, twin. That thing going crazy. How y'all doing? How was the day? How was it? I keep trying to play this dang music, but it's all the copyrighted music is literally right here in front of me. It's just like teasing me. It's just the tease. Let's rock and roll. Let's hit it. Let's hit it with a little bit of. Let me go to my lo-fi playlist. And you know what? I'm turning that thing off because this is cooked. This thing is cooked. Absolute focus for the poets. Let's catch up on the chat. What y'all talking about? Let's do a roll call. Where's my guys? Edwin, what's up? Shred Lord, how you doing, man? Happy freaking Shred Lord Saturdays, Edwin. Hope you had an incredible day. Last time I recall, you said you had a big day, some big meetings today, right, Edwin? You said you had some big meetings today, man. So catch me up. How did the meetings go? Good? W? My guy Richard's here. What's up, Richard? How we doing, man? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Can he survive the 12 hours and he's back? Bro, I told you I'm built like this. I'm built like this, y'all. It's crazy. People actually think I don't, I got that dog in me still. They're like, oh, Kenny, you ain't as hungry as you used to be. You ain't got it like that no more. Watch. And it's an object in motion stays in motion. It's literally in my DNA. You know what I'm saying? I was built for the hustle. That's for damn sure. Hunger is real. Savage Saturdays. We just some smart money savages if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? That is the art of the Shred Lords, being like a real smart money savage out here. Doing what you gotta do to get after it, to hustle, to win. Hey, I'm just so excited. I think the biggest W yesterday, not only did we just hit 12 hours of streaming, that's freaking epic. But like the coolest thing is like we made that bowl a whole playbook of how to catapult his family's wealth and life now that he had a newborn kid. That's electric, ain't it? That's really cool. And now all of us is just like, if you don't have a kid, now you know. You feel me? Like if you don't have a kid, now you know. So, let's play around with a bunch of these streaming sounds. What about this one? What is this? About to turn into a house club in here. They got good music. You just gotta find the right ones. You know what I'm saying? It threw you off. It threw me off that you were live that early. Straight. You see, from your perspective, I was like live streaming that early. From the other perspective, it was like I was live that late, depending on when you started. You know what's crazy? Garrett literally was in stream I think the entire time. Garrett, bro, did you sleep? Did you freaking sleep? Hey, you know what that felt like, y'all? What? You know what that felt like? That felt like you guys were ever like at your cousin's house when you were kids, and like it was like the weekend. Hold on, this song sucks. What about this one? Yin Gang Stories. What about this one? It's all light skin music in here, man. Oh, this light skin music. I don't need nothing about this light skin music. What they talking about? What about this one? There we go. That's a good vibe. A little jazz vibe. Reminds me of Darkest Sun Rays music. A little jazz vibe. But it's you ever like spend time at your cousin's house when y'all were kids, or like your friend's house? Yeah, like you're at your friends, and then y'all just had like a bunch of snacks, pizzas, pizza rolls, video games, vibes, right? And y'all just like see how late y'all can stay up. It felt like that. It felt like that with the team that stayed up late, man. We just bringing back the old vibes. That's all we do. We just bringing back those kind of vibes, man. That's all it is. That's all it is. But Garrett, I hope you slept at least an hour, bro. It's crazy that you're literally right back here. It's absolutely nuts. I'm gonna tell y'all now, this ain't about to be no 12-hour stream. I got church in the morning. I can't. I gotta be well rested. So we about to hustle, make some smart money moves, and get some paper going. Let me pull this over here. I'm just trying to get some reps in. I gotta play my main video game first. My main video game is business. You know? My main video game is business, so I gotta play my first main video game. If it ain't the penny stock legend, James, what's up? Hello, ladies. What up, James? How you doing, man? Happy Saturday, sir. Happy Saturday, sir. And happy, of course, early birthday, my guy. I'm gonna keep saying that, Lily, until it's your birthday. Garrett's out here working on his quant data. That man, Garrett is a beast. Garrett don't play. I live and breathe the grind. I'm now entering more institutional segment data into my quant dashboard. Wow. That sounds so exciting. Well, at least we're doing it together, you know? You know what? You're doing some grunt work. I'm about to do some grunt work. Everybody out here doing some grunt work, you know? Mine is just looking for businesses to buy. So we got different little vibes. But real quick, Edwin, catch me up, bro. Edwin, catch me up, man. You had the meeting earlier today, and you said that they went well, going to making some moves for sure. Was this related to the trash bin cleaning business, Edwin? Or was it different? What you think? It's probably different, right? I keep thinking everything that you're working on is like trying to progress this deal, but you got so many other stuff going on. You got a lot of stuff in motion. I keep getting Edwin is just an object in motion, staying in motion. You know what I'm saying? So that's my guy Edwin's out here getting to it. But I'm glad the meetings went well. Whoever had like big important meetings today, hope that went well, as you know, because I know Saturdays, I view Saturdays as like, Saturdays is like, it's such a good day. If you have the time after you rest, get some sleep, etc. Saturdays is such a great day to just add a little separation from the pack. You know what I mean? It's such a great day to add a little separation from the pack. Now, I know it's the weekend. You've been working hard 9 to 5 all week, but Saturdays, if you have like an hour or two to either, like what I think I heard something that said Eric Schmidt, former CEO of Google, he was like, one of the most incredible things that like high performance leaders do is that they optimize and take advantage of their Saturdays, and they're able to do two key things: reflecting and proactively planning, right? Because you can set all these crazy ambitious goals, week-wide, crazy to-do lists and all that. And if you spend like at least an hour just reflecting on what you got done during that week, that's hyper important. So you can kind of like see like what your scoreboard was. If you had 7 major things to do, but you only did 5, understanding why and breaking down like what actually is important or not. But then also like proactively planning for the following week, what now is carrying over in like a carryover priority. And then also what do we have ahead in this upcoming week that is also like not as important or even arguably more important. So it just allows for you to just like reset your priorities as well as reflect on performance, you know? So Saturdays has 2 P's, priorities and performance. And if you just allocate like 30 minutes to an hour just to get that done, while everybody else is out there partying, or sleeping or chilling, you can get a little bit of separation. So I like to call it separation Saturdays, doing a little bit just to get ahead that everybody else is not doing. And we can keep finding more businesses. We can keep learning, and we can just keep compounding. Because if everybody else just works Monday through Friday, but we work Monday through Friday with incremental upgrade time on Saturday and Sunday, that incrementally allows for us to get at least 30-40% more done in the year than everybody else. Mathematically. That's just facts. You feel me? Shred Lord, stay on the grind, making smart money moves. That's facts, man. That's facts. Edwin, Kenny, have you seen Alpine Private Equity? Yep, I heard of them. They're a big roll-up shop, killing it in buying home services. It was different. It was for an ATM route. So let me see. They're doing new deals. Alpine Investors. Let's see if I know people here. Who y'all at? Where y'all at? Who y'all got? Who y'all got? Our team. All right. Oh, yeah, this guy. So this guy is one of like the OG private equity investors buying super small businesses, rolling them up, scaling them. He's also a professor at Stanford. He's also a big content creator now on like TikTok or whatever it is. I don't know which one it is, but like he's like a big content creator now. But he's also like a famous professor at Stanford. He had like a really famous talk on YouTube, actually. I think we should watch that. He had a really famous talk. Stanford. Okay, it's very long. But you guys should definitely watch this. It's like how to live an asymmetric life. And it just like shows you how to like really, I don't know how to describe it. Like I watched it like 10 years ago, but it shows you how to like do the things that are needed that no one else is even thinking about doing in order to have outsized potential and asymmetric returns in life. It's such a good watch, guys. I think anybody and everybody should watch this. I would say I had like a quick version. They don't have a YouTube Shorts version. Where's the YouTube Shorts version? AW, you watched it? How you doing, AW? Let's see. Asymmetric life. Let's see if there's like. Yeah. I love that. W Day, that's good, man. Here we go. I think we can get something out of here. Here we go. Let's try to get this short out of here.
You avoid failure, minimize risk, and stay comfortable. But real success, it's asymmetric. In 2023,
Here we go.
you play life safe. You avoid failure, minimize risk, and stay comfortable. But real success, it's asymmetric. In 2023, Graham Weaver spoke to Stanford Business School about the key to playing life on your terms. The secret? Stop playing small. Here's how to live an asymmetric life. First, do hard things. Comfort isn't the goal, it's the obstacle. Every challenge you face will feel worse before it gets better, but everything you want is on the other side of discomfort. Second,
Thanks, James.
do your thing. You won't win living someone else's dream. Life is full of struggle, so pick something worth struggling for. Third, do it for decades. The most powerful force in success? Time. Stay excited about something for 10 years and no obstacle will stand in your way. Fourth, create a compelling vision for your future and take action to make it a reality. Don't write a story about what happened. Write a story and then make it happen. Your biggest enemy? Fear. It will disguise itself as logic, but every great life is built by those who face fear and move forward anyway. Now is the time. Now is your time.
Wait, W's in the chat for that. That was good. They summarized this whole thing. That was freaking good. Like if you want to have asymmetric returns in life, you have to do asymmetric things. You have to just do incredibly differentiated things, guys. Right? Like it's really not rocket science. Like what you really have to do if you want to have amazing outside returns, you have to be able to go above and beyond. You have to be able to live and dwell in the world of uncomfort. You have to be able to be extremely patient and solve for the extreme long term. And in our niche, guys, of like finance and investing, it is going against all forms of human nature. Like when I was driving back from the gym today, I was thinking like, I'm probably speaking to like 1% of a TAM, you know? Like if there is like a finance audience, I'm probably targeting the 1% of that audience. Because what's the 99% doing? The 99% is looking for get rich quick schemes, make fast money online, and invest for weeks and not decades, right? That's probably what 99% of everyone else is trying to do. And they will all cumulatively likely get average-ish returns in life, you know, with their efforts. Not dollars, just like it's just pretty average because that's everybody else is doing. But like I think my audience is like targeting that 1% of folks that are pretty darn disciplined, pretty long-term vision oriented, and have the conviction in a theme called smart money moves, right? To where they know that the system works. If you start early, you remain consistent, you never sell, you do your diligence, you go below the surface, you ask questions, you remain patient, you unlock value, you piece together patterns, right? I think that's like where I swim, you know? That's what I realized and that's what I learned. And it's like, if you guys just keep with this, that will unlock just like an insane amount of just compounding leverage across everything. The things that we do and that we learn are so much more tangible than simply just investing dollars, right? It's just like this stuff applies to your health, your relationships, your mindset, your mental, your spirit, all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm saying buy AMC, buy that dip right now, guys. I didn't even know AMC's still around. There was an AMC back in my hometown, and it literally now is like posted up like a ghost town. It's crazy. I should have saw the signs. I feel like I should have saw the signs. You know, parking lots kept getting emptier and emptier, and parking lots just kept getting emptier and emptier, and freaking it just started to feel like a zombie apocalypse there. The popcorn got worse, you know. The games lights were off. I should have just known. And that stock was trading still at a premium back then when I was a kid. I was like, I should have known. I just didn't have my investor diligence hat yet and toolkit yet. So you guys would be like so surprised how delayed stocks are versus like real-time operating reality, right? Like if you honestly are investing in anything that is accessible, like an AutoZone, like a freaking gym, or anything that's like accessible, like go diligence it yourself. You know, like if you live in like a populous state, and you wanted the diligence of business like AutoZone, literally spend an entire weekend going to every single AutoZone in your state, you know, with a notebook and a checklist, looking at things like traffic, visits, shops, inventory, you know, team morale, all that. Because all of what you're seeing in real time, just like measuring and tracking data on those kind of things, eventually gets reflected into the quarterly performance, which the market takes a while to digest, and then it gets printed and then it reacts, right? So you'll be surprised. Like a really great example is I don't know who was on stream that late, but like Hunter, the young bull that we played Raiders with yesterday, Arc Raiders, he was complaining about memory, right? And he was like, I'm running out of space. I'm running out of this, and this. And it's like, just imagine like if he thought about that bottleneck and pain point of not having enough memory, but then having the next incremental smart money thought of like, I keep running out of memory. I need to buy more. I'm realizing that it's harder to get one. This is probably investment opportunity. I should probably like start thinking about who makes these memory devices. What's their current setup? How is pricing changing week over week? How is pricing compared to other memory devices? You know? Oh, there's a stock that does this. Oh, there's SanDisk. Boom. Right? You know, and if he made that investor thinking pattern like a month ago, he would have made how much on SanDisk? James want to talk about AMC. Boy, you got to start talking about SanDisk, man. Like, just imagine if, like, as he was thinking through, like, this pain point, memory, I'm running out of it. Still, it's really hard to get it. Dang it, I need to find a great investment opportunity for that. Well, sometimes, like, you are your best source of diligence if you know the product extremely well. You know? Like, one of my close friends, Eric, that guy, he invests in things that he knows. Like, I give him a lot of credit. He doesn't think he's a finance guy. I think he's a very intelligent investor, right? Because, like, he invests in things that he knows incredibly well, whether it's technology, automotive, engineering, utilities, grid. Like, he just knows stuff literally like the back of his hand because he has, like, a master's from Michigan in this stuff. So it's like he's able to know what is fluff in reality in market news, earnings prints, etc. And he's able to translate that into, like, what's reality and operational potential in some of these businesses. Bro, I literally just started streaming. Y'all got me out here cooking thing about stocks already. Let's freaking roll, bro. I'm addicted to this, dude. I'm freaking addicted to this. Wait, James, why do you think AMC is the best stock ever? Let's check it out. What is actually the best stock ever? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'm surprised people just haven't like. You can honestly just buy all of the AMCs and just sell the freaking popcorn machines and still get your money back. James, you trying to tell me this is the best stock ever? This is crazy. It's absolutely wild though that like people being bored at home during COVID can lead to just like an absolute crazy return like this, and then it just poops the bag. That's so scary. When people get bored, it's just insane what people do when they get bored. It's just absolutely insane. It has the reverse split 3 times in the last 5 years, and you've been able to short it all the way back down each time. James, you literally might be the most successful event-driven investor I know. That's absolutely crazy, dude. I don't know how do you stay on the pulse of these things, man? It's just like, do you got like crazy dashboards? So Garrett in the chat also has like a bunch of freaking dashboards and all this stuff to just like track all of his things and his quant stuff. I don't know anything about quant stuff. You do the same thing? Or like what's your play? Or are you kind of just like old school, stay on top of the handful of names that you like and get in and out when needed? Oh, you got a command center? Let me look this up. I always envisioned what traders look like. Trader. Oh my God, 600 plus holdings. This is what I envision, James, your setup is like, bro. This is what I think it looks like. I have a feeling James is sitting there. This is this is James's command center. He's got all this stuff going on. And he's got me on this screen right here. Over here. I'm in this little corner. Then he's got his Asia holdings. He's got his Dubai real estate holdings, real-time pricings and leverage data. On this side over here, he's got yield data. On this big screen right here, he's got his main position and holding, just tracking the charts there. And then here, this are just all the quick hotlines to the prime brokerages. Oh, Rich Topics in the mix. Yo, just wanted to say what's up, bro. I got to tuck in early. Hey, have a wonderful, safe night, Rich Topic. I appreciate you checking in just for even saying hi, man. I appreciate you, dude. I'm gonna watch the live later, y'all. Don't worry, man. This ain't gonna be a 12-hour stream, so you ain't gotta watch the 12-hour VOD. But this is gonna be a we're working tonight. We're working tonight. Hunter, hello, sir. How are you, man? Hope you're having a great day, Hunter. Who else in the mix? Who else in the mix? Hey, Boogie, what up, twin? How that boy Boogie doing, man? You get you some sleep, Boogie? That boy Boogie was up late. Nah, no, he wasn't. First and foremost, Boogie, you fell asleep on us, man. We were supposed to get some games in. Finance Bros playing Arc Raiders, and that boy fell asleep on us. That boy fell asleep on us. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. But it's all good. Hunter stepped up. Still Point stepped up. Nah, we just out here vibing. But James, how far off am I from this being your command center? Huh? How far off am I? I went to bed for once. That's good, man. Hunter, sleep is important, man, especially when you're young. All right, guys. Shall we cook up? Oh, Edwin told us something about the Alpine investors. So these guys... Wait, really? 20 years behind tech-wise? Jesus Christ. All right, look at all these platforms and add-ons. I wonder what the latest one is, though. So they have accounting services, data, engineering services, facility services, healthcare, home restoration. Which one did Edwin say? Edwin said something about one of these. Oh, home services. Yeah, man. Short-term rental data. These are such weird random ones. I wonder what this one is. Oh, it's an add-on. Family of leading technology services businesses within Evergreen Services Group. Uh-huh. I bet you it's an IT services company. Yep. It's a bunch of just mini IT services companies. Network it. Yeah. It's tough to compete. There's that. What's cool though is like you can kind of study a fund like this just to see what their you can see what their like roll up prioritization is. I just want to see like what the recent one that they announced, because if they announce it recently, then that gives you an inclination of like where the latest money is in roll-ups. You know what I'm saying? Let's do press release. Okay, new platform, Mosaic Services Partners. And then Oakline Properties. GTCR acquires Innovative Systems, so they sold that. They got out of that, so that is in the second or third inning. Accenture acquires Ascendient Learning. That's a dumb acquisition. Okay. But there hasn't been like that many of crazy new deals. They've been more focused on platforms, add-ons. All right. A new platform focused on partnering with and scaling with residential window and door replacement providers across the United States. All right, y'all. This might be the next new sector. Residential window and door services. Where's their website? Preserving what you've built, powering what's next. What does a partnership look like? So this isn't actually a business website. It's actually a website to attract future folks trying to sell their companies. Because if you click partners, these are all the ones that they owned, the little brands. And right now they have 3. Oh, they've only done 3 of them so far. They're probably big, given it's Alpine, but Partnership benefits. It was clear from the start that our early conversation with the Mosaic team understands what makes us tick. We have strong alignment in values and in the way that we think about building teams and businesses. They've been instrumental in helping us up-level since day one of our partnership. Ideal partners. This is their investment criteria. Industry-leading products and services. Strong brand, team, and culture. Growth mindset. Okay. Cool. What else? What happens after I reach out? Will my brand and team stay in place? Do I need to stay on after the sale? See? That's how you know it's an M&A site. Guys, we cooking. This is so funny. Hunter's in the Twitch chat being like, when is the gaming happening? Bird City. When is the gaming happening? Boy, don't let that gaming segment fool you from last night. We work hard, bro. Yeah, we make $1 million, $1 billion plays first before we start, enjoying ourselves. All right. We got families to feed. Can't be playing games all damn day. Anyway, guys, this is a really good find. So the play, low key, Edwin. The reason why I'm excited about this is because Alpine is a very large, established, multi-billion-dollar investment fund, right? And what's important to know is they have all of these diligence providers, consultants at their disposals doing a lot of work on sectors to figure out like what truly is happening in a business or in a sector. So with that in mind, they have probably paid McKinsey and Bain hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars to arrive at a conclusion that says the residential door and window servicing space is attractive with a lot of add-on opportunities, extremely fragmented, and reasonable valuations. And as you can see, they kicked that off and they're rocking and rolling with Mosaic, right? So now that just confirms that, like, all right, that is a space to at least be interested in play ball in, right? Everybody's always trying to jump into HVAC. That makes sense, but that is like already like so played out. Like, go where the money's going. Like, this is where smart money's going. You know what I'm saying? So if the smart money's going in there, like, at least consider it. And then what about this one? This one is called Oakline Properties, a new platform focused on partnering with and scaling property and association management businesses across the United States. So this HOAs, I think this is like the HOA roll-up that I heard about. Property and asset management firm, 20,000 units in a portfolio valued at over $7 billion, backed by an executive team with more than 750 years of combined industry experience. Okay, I get it. I didn't know. Hold on. They might not even have a website. Yeah, they don't even have a website yet. But scaling property and association management businesses. Interesting. If there is already a roll-up of a lot of these things, Edwin, this could actually be a good resource for you to reach out to just start penetrating and networking. Hunter, you don't have to say sorry. I'm joking. But we do. Our streams are always work hard, play hard first. So we work hard, get deals done. Do you ever do any chat games or Sims? What do you mean chat games? What's chat games? Guys, I'm only 1 month into being a streamer, so I don't know any of these things. I know what Sims is, but I don't know what some of the chat games are. I'd love to know what those are, though. If those are cool and fun for engagement, I'll do it. Is it on Steam? Gary, do you know what the chat games are? But okay, so we have Oakline Properties, and then the other thing that's really cool is you can look at our companies, and then you can just get all of the roll-up ideas here, right? Access Solutions, Cobalt Services. This one here focuses on door locks and doors, right? So that's a simple thesis that you can take a look at. Tax prep services. I would stay a little away from that because AI is making it incredibly easier for folks to do their taxes online using platforms like TurboTax and H&R Block. And it's quicker and it's accurate. And the big red flag that I had when I realized that, like, I'm not that bullish on the space is my tax advisor. We have like really complex taxes given the hold co and like the deals and stuff. And like the Greenlight Media business and all that. So my taxes are a little bit complex, but I knew a lot more about certain situations because I did bunch of ChatGPT diligence that she didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I think naturally they're gonna become obsolete in the whole name of the game. Capitalism 2. People keep telling me about that. Capitalism 2. Oh, Investopedia. There's a game for this? Yeah. Where's the game? Oh, simulator? Oh, we can make like a game. Oh, we can do like a simulator? Hey, y'all don't want no smoke. Hey, y'all don't want no smoke. Y'all don't want no smoke. I didn't know we could do that. We could play a little game. What is it? And then the next one was Capitalism 2. Oh, well, hold on. Ooh. Bro, this literally, it looks like it was made in 1942. They better have a better, hold on. They got a more updated version of this? Or how about this? How about we just all hustle and play it with our real money? All right? We're all in different areas of the world. How about we all just go chase and buy up our own businesses and all that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like there's a way we can up the stakes, guys. We can up the stakes, y'all. Up the stakes. AI these days. More updated version. Yo, donate to prize pool. No, I appreciate that. Well, all donations go to Chat Capital. So I told you guys this, but how all the streamers, when they get like bits of donations, they take it and buy Lamborghinis. Instead, it all goes into Chat Capital. So we invest it all together. Tomorrow actually is a pitch day, A-Dub, right? Are we doing pitches on Sundays? Right? Oh, wait, guys, you should do your pitches. Isn't Sunday pitch day? I think, right? How many pitches do we have? There's 2 new ones, Intel and Boeing. I think we went through all of these. There's like Intel and Boeing. And then I think I have another one that I want to add too. So I think we have like 3 pitches for tomorrow. So if anybody has a pitch, this is the process for pitching a stock. And all the money that we raise, that is from the Streamlabs link down in the description below, allows for us to invest. But our portfolio is popping right now, though. As y'all can see, we're up. Literally like a handful of weeks ago, we only had like $100 or something. Now we're at $1,100. Chat Capital is crushing it. Let's freaking go, y'all. Okay, so let's be nosy. Let's see. So they're focused on overhead doors and docks, commercial doors, security gates, access control systems. Okay. What about, they had one that I thought was really interesting. This one here. What they got going on with this? Okay. Platform, the Trilling Group, top 20 design firm in North America and the nation's best infrastructure consulting firms. Transportation, water, utilities, environment, community infrastructure. Let's see how their site is. Bringing together North America's best infrastructure consulting firms. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah. You're right. I put that disclaimer in the description, guys. It's all generous contributions to all of our education. um, but you don't have to. If you want to, that's cool. But you don't have to. You don't have to. We're gonna get to $1 million one day, either through returns or contributions. I'm actually gonna tell my old bosses to start joining our streams and start donating crazy bags. There's no reason why they shouldn't be out here donating millions of dollars to Chat Capital. They need to be putting millions of dollars into Chat Capital. All right. I'm gonna go out and like actually raise a fund, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, so where do you want us to send it?" I'm gonna be like, you mind just going on our stream and putting it on the Streamlabs?" But they're gonna be like, "But Kenny Finance, this is $100 million." I'm like, "Yeah, we kind of need that with Chat Capital, all right? Because we got some trades we gotta make or investments. I can't. I don't like calling it trades. We're gonna call it investments. We're gonna call it investments.
More ways to save.
Yeah, it's dumb ad. You know what I'm saying? All right. Here is a roll up of design firms, talent, technology. What kind of technology y'all got? Project delivery and project outcomes. Culture, successful business, fiscal and recurring revenue. Focused on repeat business, strong customer relationships. Boom, boom. Market concentration, digital. Okay. Staff retention, employee ownership. Okay. Now, what about our family? This is like the portfolio businesses that they own. They have 13 partner firms, 5,800 people. And these are focused on like dedicated to water, transportation, Midwest, community infrastructure, engineering and environmental. As a leading provider of consulting services to public and private entities. What's crazy though is like these things are all pretty small, but they cash flow incredibly well, right? Like these type of businesses have like pretty strong margins. Because like I don't know if I ever showed you guys these. NV5. We're sourcing. You already got me in that mode, twin. You got me in that mode. Okay. Not industrial technology. But NV5. Yeah. Here we are. Yeah, NV5. Oh, we had like low teens, like mid-teens EBITDA margins, 50% plus gross profit margins. Pretty impressive. Stock sucked, but that's why they got bought out. But they were acquired by Acuren. It's a lot of M&A in the space here. A lot of M&A in the space. What about boom, 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 environmental services? Dun, dun, dun. These are all like really, really, really big businesses. So what's interesting is like these are all like the mega big companies. And then the tier below that are the companies like this, the Trilon. But it's not actually Trilon, it's the ones that Trilon owns, right? Also, wait, guys, I don't know if you know this, but this is literally exactly the private equity math. You know? Oh, wait, there's tax benefits? Oh, wait, Chat Capital could be a 501c. Oh, wait. That's a good idea. I didn't think about that. How can you network with Alpine? What do you think? What would be like the objective? I can show you exactly how. You want to work there? You want to sell your business to them? You want to buy a company from them? You want to learn from them? I can give you the whole playbook. It depends on what your objective is, Edwin. So let me know exactly what you're solving for. But guys, this is literally the example of private equity math. You buy small ones like this for about like 5 or 6 times likely, and then you roll them all up into one large platform, and this platform is now marketed as Trilon, and you can take Trilon to market and sell it as a business with 13 sub businesses doing in total $100 million of EBITDA. And you get like a crazy good multiple from that, you know? So I think there's a lot of really good stuff that you can do from here. And it's just really cool to see this. So this is pretty darn dope. I would say if you want to network with him, Edwin, just off of like learning, I would honestly, it depends on what you want to learn. If you want to learn about their investing strategy, I would talk to someone on their investment team and reach out to somebody that is like mid-level or junior that has time. All the senior people are going to be like, bro, they got like a billion things on their plate. They probably won't answer emails. Anyway. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Guilame Vives. I appreciate you, legend. Hope you're having literally the best freaking Saturday of your entire life. But I would say target those, because beyond that, the senior folks are just like overwhelmed with a lot of things and they never answer emails that are like outbound. And plus their assistants manage their emails for them oftentimes. But if you're trying to understand, like if you already own one, how to break into it, or not break into it, like grow it, then you need to be connecting with this team, right? This team here is the operations team. They're the ones that focuses on, once private equity firms already own a business, how do you unlock value, whether it's through technology or talent, whatever you want to call it. I guess they named this one Altus or Atlas. So I would find someone here. Usually it's good to find someone that's local, that's like either in your city or that is either like somehow they're like there's some affiliation where it's like, yeah, like we went to the same high school or college, or we worked at the same job before. We'd love to catch up, have a few questions around your guys' home services strategy, you know? But networking is, you just got to play it very strategically and ensure that like you just like respect their time. So, because these folks, private equity people are very bougie when it comes to their time. So I used to be one of them. I didn't answer a single outreach request. I didn't. And I literally got 500 a week. So I didn't answer a single. I just didn't have time, didn't capacity. So now what about buying it with any debt? Yeah, buying it with leverage. Buying it with leverage is good. Ooh, Naval says make something big and they come to you. Naval Ravikant is literally a legend, Richard. Thank you for bringing that quote up. Thank you for bringing that quote up. He is literally a legend. Like his stuff is just so good. It's just insane how good some of his stuff is. Do you guys know who that is? Naval Ravikant? He's like one of those like big philosopher guys. He writes some really good stuff just on like leadership, building a life of like meaning and purpose, all kinds of things. He has like a famous post focused on like how to get rich, and it just shows like the entire playbook of like how to build immense wealth and the modern generation. It's such a good read, and it's like it's tweets. It's all just a series of tweets. It's not hard to read those, but then he also made it into like a simple YouTube video or animated video that's like super easy to listen to in like a podcast. Yeah, he honestly is like a modern Mr. Miyagi. It's crazy. But James, to answer your question, I do use debt in acquisitions. I don't recommend folks to use debt irresponsibly. Like if you're gonna do it, you need to do the actual math to map out how much cash flow business can actually tangibly like generate, and how much debt it can afford on its balance sheet, and what's like an appropriate stress tested debt to service coverage ratio across the years. Like there's so much credit out there to go buy things, and like folks don't do the homework to figure out in a good time or a bad time how would leverage actually play out. You know what I mean? So I would just recommend like everyone be overly cautious and careful when it comes to leverage. It can go against you and it can work for you, right? Just like a mortgage on a house, right? When it works out well, it's amazing. When it doesn't, literally belly up. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna literally belly up. And you don't want that to happen. You don't want to be overexposed into things that have like that crazy of consequences. I don't think. So you just gotta play it very, very safe. What's the CIT? CEOs in training. Or how about this? This is like their own thing. Changing the face of leadership through Alpine's Investors CEO and Training Program. This is cool. But honestly, what you can honestly do, what works and is like really cool, you can honestly like find someone that has experience being a very successful number two day-to-day of the business, and you can build your own kind of CEO in training. Like there's so many, like in order to build an incredible CEO, think about what you truly need to have. Like if you want to build like a really, really, really successful CEO, someone that is just like goated. I think if you want to do that, they need to have the ability to generate sales. And what's the best way to do that? The best way to do that is like put them through like give them this book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. I think it's like a super important thing that they should read. The next thing is start having them go to conferences and represent the booth and have to speak with literally every single person that's like on the that stop by their booth, so they can practice like having conversations and pitching the business. Start lining up a bunch of like road shows and all that to help them build their leadership potential. And then the next is leadership. So there's like sales, and then there's leadership, like managing the team. So on that front, like you got to make sure that like they're able to unlock the potential within the team. Yeah, Garrett, it's a really good book. That's the second book. So first book I would say is Intelligent Investor. Then the second book is How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's a really incredibly effective book. But I would say, yeah, sales, leadership, and then just like domain expertise. But the domain expertise should come from them just like being raised in that industry, running the day-to-day, and just like knowing everything about it. Then they need just like the network of all the customers, all the competitors, all the operations, like finding folks like that just like want to dominate a space. I think that's like really, really important. I think that's really important. Hey, Slime for real. How you doing, legend? Do you have any advanced modeling courses recommendations for the buy side, specifically like 3-statement, detailed unit economics, KPIs, expense drivers, and LBOs? There's some on YouTube, not my channel. I don't do like model walkthroughs on my channel. But there's like some good ones on YouTube. I like Street of Walls. It's like a website that has like a good step-by-step walkthrough. And then honestly, AI and ChatGPT has like a really good resource for you of just like asking literally mini step-by-steps, right? Like not just steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but like step 1A, 1B, 1C, 2A, 2B, 2C, 3A, 3B, 3C, things like that. You know? That's how I would play that, man. You know what I mean? But this is all giving me like incredible insight. So like for the business that we're acquiring, I definitely want to formalize like a leadership development program for someone to like run the day-to-day. I think just like on the first month or the first year, I got to just step in and just like run things like a freaking bullet train in Tokyo. But then just like document everything that I do and like my motions so that the leader that we train or that we hire knows exactly how I'm running this thing. So having like kind of like a Dreamline CEO and training program, I think could be like really cool. Let me write that. I got to text that to myself. That's really, we're getting a lot. Look at how much we're working today, guys. We out here working, chat. Let me text that to myself. Dreamline CEO and training. I'm still in their idea. I think I have a better job and better way. Because also, I could just go to campuses all across the US, speak to MBA programs, and be like, hey guys, if any of you guys graduating MBA programs have like tangible operating experience in the industry and want to work and be a CEO of a private equity backed or holding company backed platform, hit me up. We'll put you in the Dreamline CEO and training. And they're going to be like, dang, dude, why are you so chill? You're so much chiller than all the other ones I know. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just that guy. Apply if you want. Okay. Dreamline CEO in training. My to-do list is literally on my text messages. So I just like look back at my old text. CEO in training. Formalize training modules and go to MBA programs. And then just go to MBA programs like that. You guys should definitely read that book though that Garrett mentioned, the Dale Carnegie book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Here it is. This book right here. It's actually insane how good this book is. It's kind of like a life lesson book, you know? It's really like a life lesson book. You know what I mean? I think anybody that wants to do anything in business has to read this book. I think it's just like a must read. Because there's so much about business that requires understanding people that like you just gotta understand the game. Just like how to speak people's language, you know? Like Edwin, before you even try to network and reach out to some of these like private equity folks and platform people, read this book. It'll give you so many like cheat codes and like talking points around like what matters to them, how to like what matters to them, how to just like think through things, how to like be effective with following up, how to like build rapport with people that you have like no similarities with, you know what I'm saying? Little things like that. And I think it's just like super, super critical to just like have that knowledge. And this book is super cheap, honestly. And there's like there's 16 copies everywhere. There's likely if you guys go to a Goodwill, which I used to do that with my grandma, we always go to the Goodwill and find books there. I guarantee you there's probably like 5 copies at your local Salvation Army or Goodwill. And they're like 30 cents. People be sleeping on Goodwills. I love going to Goodwills because I like thrifted. This is thrifted. This jersey I got, it was thrifted. But I like going to Goodwills and stuff with my grandma when I'm back home in Michigan to see thrifted clothes, but then also thrifted books. That used to be my thing. I used to like save up quarters and then go buy some of the books from the thrifted books, y'all. Oh, this book definitely has PDFs on it. Literally, we can literally find it right here. Watch this. File type. Boom. Here we go. Here's the book right here. Right? Just found it. There you guys go. You ain't got to go to the dang bookstore. I'll save you 40 cents. I just saved y'all 40 freaking cents. You know what I'm saying? People, money, and systems are 3 pillars of businesses. Yeah. People, money, and systems. But okay, so I really like their idea for like the leadership and training. Alpine is huge. They're kind of like who I would ideally would love to become. Their focus area is still like boring cash flowing businesses, which is really cool. But they've raised billions of dollars in order to do that, you know? And I selfishly don't want to raise, because if you raise money, you just like, it's like an endless cycle of just like LPs deploying capital, raising more money, LPs deploying capital, raising more money, LPs deploying capital. It just gets annoying. Versus a self-funded holding company, you literally just do what you want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the latest fund was $4.5 billion. That's crazy work. Like, how are they putting it to work? Like, they're just buying these things straight cash, probably. Like a fund like this, they're probably not using a lot of debt. This is crazy work. 850 plus investments, 9 flagship funds, $19 billion in assets under management. You know what's crazy though? That AUM of $19 billion, they make 2% on that because it's the 2 and 20 mono. This is the beauty of private equity. So if you have $19 billion times 2%, then they're making, wait, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They're making $380 million a year on management fees. Isn't that crazy? $380 million a year on management fees. Private equity is the biggest cheat code in the whole world. No one even knows about it. It's crazy. Lauren, what's up, top dog? How we doing, man? How the heck you doing, bro? Happy Separation Saturdays, y'all. This is Separation Saturdays, where you just take the time to learn about the things that people aren't learning, do the work people aren't doing, just separate yourself from the pack so you can be ahead of the game next week. But for Lauren, my man, I hope you literally are having one of the greatest days ever. Thanks for joining the stream. Drop an IPO like that Jersey pizza place that had 5 shops and a $1 billion market cap. Dude, what's the name of that one? Jersey Pizza IPO. Was it the Jersey Mike's? Jersey Mike's, right? Was it Jersey Mike's? Edwin, looking at Alpine's sprint pass playbook. Oh, wait, what's that? Hold on. Boom, boom. Alpine sprint pass. Dun, 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 dun. Today, the process is known as Alpine's Win the Deal playbook. Our win rate on sprint deals. Ooh, hold on. Wait, this is huge. Hold on, we're gonna read this together. Or we might have ChatGPT summarize it for us. You're a big Graham Weaver fan. A-Dub. All right, let's get smart. Let's scoop up. Let's scoop. This is like me playing Arc Raiders in real life, just like getting some goop. All right, how applying the principles of lean manufacturing transformed Alpine. All right, Japan's economy was in turmoil. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so Japan decided to do lean manufacturing. They want to do the same thing. Alpine is one of those companies. In 2008, we were facing our own crisis. The economy had catered, market was down 55%, had multiple companies in default on their credit agreements, and we were making no progress in our attempts to raise our 4th fund. But fortuitously, we met a coach named Tom Vokola, similar to Deming's coaching in Japan. Tom taught Alpine's team the core principles of lean manufacturing and helped them apply it to the private equity business. All right. The words lean manufacturing are similar as strategy, culture, and leadership. Ask 10 people what they name and you get 10 different answers. The basics of Alpine's lean boil down to 3 principles. Carve out time to work on your business, map your core processes, and continuously improve. Okay. All right. Wait, this is really important. I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna take notes. I'm taking notes. Oh wait, I'm gonna have ChatGPT take notes. I'm gonna have to summarize it and apply it literally to my business. Okay, carve out time. So this is the first most important thing. This is really good. This is really good. This is actually one of the most important finds of the day. Now I'm like kind of geeked. But let's get some water first. You guys know what happened with Japan's economy and the whole lean manufacturing thing? It's like mission critical, bro. Like, Alpine's easily one of the coolest private equity firms to do the boring business niche in world. Insanely effective. Like, just look at how effective they are in transforming the old bureaucratic, slow private equity process and applying something that worked in a completely different industry and country called lean manufacturing in Japan, and applying lean manufacturing to the private equity model. Right? I love how they're so transparent and stuff too. Like, they understand that, like, Japan, they were going through an absolute tear of an economic collapse in the 1950s. And what they needed was something to catapult their economy to go from a struggling geography to something that is very productive and effective. And Japan was really good at producing things. And then they adopted this lean manufacturing concept and allowed for them to produce a lot of stuff a lot better as well. And that's why you see, like, when it comes to Toyota and Six Sigma and all kinds of like fast production, efficient manufacturing, it started from there. So this guy, Graham, what's his last name? Weaver? Graham Weaver decided to apply this exact same concept to the private equity model, right? And for his lean manufacturing process, zoom in here, like his lean manufacturing process or lean investing is broken down into number one, carve out time to work on your business. Number two, map out your core processes. And then number three, continuously improve. That is the Kaizen. Okay. So let's see what he means by each of these principles. So this first one, the first principle of lean manufacturing is the least complicated, but by far the most important, because without it, you will never execute on the other two. And you have to separate this between working in the business and working on the business. Working in the business, this is like the core functions, like sourcing deals, looking at businesses, closing deals, serving on boards, and hiring portfolio company CEOs. Then there's working on the business, which allows for you to take a step back and think about the overall strategy of your fund. Where do you want to deploy? Where's the puck headed? Where are there attractive investment opportunities? Right? You see those core things? Now, normally in private equity, that kind of work in versus work on is just split up by hierarchy. The partners, the MDs, the directors, they're focused on the working on the business, right? Quarterbacking the direction and strategy of the team, versus a lot of the analysts, associates, VPs, they work in the business. They're outsourcing, they're building models, they're diligencing, they're quarterbacking processes with, consultants and lawyers and QV providers, things like that, right? So, in order to understand lean manufacturing and private equity, the principle one, carve out time, he says you have to, if you take one lesson from this post, let it be that you must set aside time every week to work on the core parts of your business. That's mission critical. And he says here tactically, carve out 2 to 4 hours per week with the right people to work on the two principles that follow. I promise you, if you do this consistently, you will look back over years and realize that these hours were the most valuable use of your time. I like that. I really like that. Working on the business and not in it. So that's the first principle. If you want to be a really great lean manufacturing private equity investor, work on your fund, not in your fund. It's tough sometimes if you don't have the actual team to do that. But if you hire strategically, if you leverage a lot of systems that are AI oriented to work in the business, then you can kind of like get a lot of operating leverage to free up your capacity and your time to work on your fund. You know what I'm saying? Next, map out your processes. All right. Deming once said, if you can't describe what you are doing as a process, you don't know what you are doing. That's a freaking bar. That is literally a bar. I agree with that. Anything that happens in your business can be broken down into small, discrete steps, and each of those steps can be improved and optimized. I agree. And this is all, by the way, pre-AI, right? Like, that's what's crazy. Like, this is all pre-AI. So when it comes to like the steps of sourcing companies, the steps of reviewing a conference list, the steps of reaching out to a business, the steps of having a management conversation, the steps of providing a diligence data request, the steps of producing the first run of a model, the steps of arriving at, sensitivities in that model, the steps of submitting a formal LOI, and then going to confirm for diligence, and then looping in legal, and then QOV, and then submitting a final bid, and then closing, and lining up funding, all that stuff. It literally is checklist and steps, So, and that's an also really good point, chat, for you guys. If you're ever trying to recruit to work at a place, or you're diligencing a company, like, see what processes they've already documented, that they've already mapped out. Because if they haven't mapped out their processes, you're kind of cleaning up their mess before you can even start adding your ideas for value creation. You know what I'm saying? So lock in. Oh, yeah, we're cooking. We're cooking. You guys already got me in the mix here. All right. All right. Here we go. In reality, we had a dozen different processes which changed depending on everything but the weather. Where the deal came in, who had to handle it, a partner's unique deal process that might all impact what happened next, blah, 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 blah. Okay, what's this? Upon learning this, we eliminated the indecisive option. When a deal arrived, there were only two paths: kill the deal or visit the company in the next 7 days. We dubbed this as our pass or sprint framework. That is insane. That is insane. Listen to this again. They said, here's the context, by the way. Here's the context. When we first laid out our pre-LOI process, that's like before you submit an offer, the process of doing the homework to figure out if it's useful or not. The decision of whether to visit a company had 3 flow lines: yes, no, and we don't know yet. We realized 80% of our deals were getting stuck in that last category, which created a lot of work for our small team. More importantly, it meant that we weren't moving quickly enough to win the most desirable deals. So upon learning this, they eliminated the indecisive option. And when they arrived at a deal, it was literally only, we're going to kill the deal, meaning pass on it, or we're going to go visit the company in the next 7 days. And that is their sprint or pass framework. That's really good. AW, shout out for you for knowing about this. It's actually really, really, really cool that you knew about this. Do you go to Stanford or something? You might go to Stanford. I taught a class at Stanford. I don't know if I told you guys that. Did I tell you that? I taught a class at Stanford's business school. It's like a little mini case study class for private equity. Professor Kenny Finance. Literally everybody there was older than me. And then here's the impact. Here's the impact, guys. This one change was revolutionary. They quintupled their capacity and cut their time on deals that did not close by 90%. And they started winning the deals that they most wanted to. That's super cool, right? That's super efficient. All right, let's move on to principle number 3. Let's see what principle number 3 has to offer in the world of lean manufacturing in the private equity world. So once you've mapped out every single step in your process, you can optimize every single one of them. And if you do that again and again, you will become the best in the world. That's pretty fair. Right? That's very fair. It's called Kaizen. Kaizen, I don't know if you guys do that, but like the Kaizen is kind of like literally going through iterations, time after time after time, very small steps, leading to incredibly outsized compounded change over the long term. Okay? So, lean manufacturing at Toyota was called Kaizen, and at Alpine, they called it Opportunities for Improvement, OFI. And for them, the simplest way to define OFI is to identify an important question you don't know how to answer. How do we reach an 80% close rate on software demos? How do we double our management visit success rate? How do we design a program to train CEOs? Good. I like all that. I think that's pretty fair. All right. Next, The simplest way to define OFI is to find the questions you don't know about yet. And then how do you know where to focus your next OFI, opportunity for improvement? And he recommends putting an X on the most critical step of your process map, then try to improve it by 2 standard deviations or more. Okay, here we go. Here's a real example here. We got one for Southwest Airlines and then one for Elon Musk. Okay, here we go. So the Southwest Airlines example. Theirs is in the early 1970s. They spent a bunch of years fighting off a lawsuit from competitors over their low prices, but they had $148 left in the bank. And then their chairman knew that they would have to sell one of their 4 planes to survive. So he directed their VP to revamp the schedule for a fleet of 3 planes. And then instead of cutting flights, came back with the same schedule and a plan to cut gate turnaround time from 65 minutes to 10. So this became Southwest Airlines' X. They mapped out their entire process and they realized what was the most critical step within that process. So every single thing they did, from replacing catering with peanuts and water to unassigned seating to issuing a traditional hub and spoke business model for point-to-point flights, they designed the goal of trying to have a 10-minute turnaround. Eventually, they achieved it and became one of the top performing stocks on NASDAQ. Guys, also, by the way, this is a banger example of how to identify strong leadership potential in strong CEOs. If strong leaders and CEOs are able to think through critical processes in their business, identify the X, and identify a clear opportunity for improvement and value creation to actually go and drive tangible margin improvement, revenue unlock, or better experience for the customers, that's a good CEO. So whoever these leaders are, this Bill Franklin and this Herb Kelleher, these are great leaders. And that led to one of Southwest Airlines being one of the top performing stocks over a 30-year period from 1972 to 2002. So try to find similar models like that in terms of a leader and a potential in the public markets. And you might be able to find something pretty darn cool, right? All right, let's hear the Tesla example. So Tesla used lean principles to outdo its competitors. Elon Musk spent years sleeping on the floor at the company's factory in Fremont during the launch of the Model 3. As the story goes, he went through most of the car's 10,000 parts one by one, exploring how each could be made faster or more cheaply, or even if eliminated entirely. Like the other principles, continuously improved to be tedious, and Musk's infinite capacity for tedium enabled Tesla to sell what would have been 80,000 cars for 50,000, making it the top-selling car in the world for electric vehicles. All right. W. So you just literally have to map out what those core processes are, and then add an X on that most critical point, and then obsess over unlocking efficiencies in that. Just literally obsess over it to be all right, why is it we have to do this? This seems so redundant. But taking it literally a step over, a step better, is you got to ask yourself and think through, how is it that you can make a play by using AI in those critical steps? This piece was written 10 years ago, probably, right? I don't know the exact date, but it's old, bro. It's old. There were no AI agents. There were no incredible, powerful AI tools like there was now. So you know what that means is you can map out a process of a very archaic, simple business. You can feel the urge that something is manual, redundant, or not optimized. And you can just let AI go to absolute town trying to create insane value creation at that X point. You know what I'm saying? That's where the unlock is. That's where the unlock is. People trying to use AI all day to just start new businesses, disrupt entire industries. Boom. That's big and grand, right? AI can't do that yet. But what AI can do is that if you insert AI into one of the most critical pieces of your production value chain of whatever you're doing, whether it's an investment fund or a business or a trash bin cleaning company, if you can insert AI into the most critical piece to just help iterate and find improvements, it can do that 1 million times better and faster than you. I I don't know if this doesn't deserve a damn like on the video. I don't know what does. I'm giving you guys crazy game right now. This is absolutely insane. All right, and then the rest of this is gibberish, but you get the picture. You get the picture, chat. Apply the concept of lean manufacturing not just to a private equity fund. Literally apply it to every single thing that you are building in life. Literally every single thing. I think is mission critical. I think it's like super important. This just reminded me to be fired up and inspired to like look at every single part of like Dreamline's sourcing and diligence process. Look at every single part of our diligence process. Look at every single part of our value creation efforts at the portfolio companies. Little things like that, because it's like, bro, like it's 2026. AI can do so much, right? So, W's in the chat for AW for giving us this recommendation to check out Graham Reaver's lean manufacturing and sprint or pass framework. If something is really exciting to you all from an investment opportunity or a business perspective, literally go out there and freaking hop on the plane and go meet with management and just play ball. All right. Go literally play ball. All right. So now let us keep rocking and rolling and find some businesses. And I'll tell you how there's like a pretty archaic process for trying to find companies, right? Let's try to find some businesses. Wait, what y'all talking about? I gotta catch up on chat. That was a W segment. What y'all talking about with OpenAI, huh? Bum, bum, bum. A big chance to make money coming soon. If you like the short SpaceX IPO, is gonna be epic the same with the OpenAI IPO. You think it's gonna be bad? You think it's gonna be bad? The OpenAI IPO? Uh-oh. If you aren't looking for a job but want to do business with them, Alpine is famous for its sprint and pass framework. They analyze deals quickly. Good to hear someone. To get someone's here. Good. I agree with OpenAI. The negative sentiment around retail institutional players that is correlated with their non-strategic cash burn is going to wipe their IPO. I don't know, guys. It's a very asymmetric bet. I mean, the issue is there's a lot of competitive dynamics out there, but they are like the smartest at this. So they have incredible talent, and I think they're kind of hibernating right now, cooking up something massive. I think OpenAI is like cooking up something massive, you know. I'm sure they're gonna have something really cool coming out soon. But who knows? I'm huge on Stanford, but if you go back to that search page, what search page? This one? Was it this? Was it this one? Oh, they contact us? Oh, for this? Oh, here we go. Here you go, Edwin. Snip this. Snip this, top dog. That's all the pretty silent tank. Dun, 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 dun. It's gonna be epic. OpenAI has serious problems. It judges rules in Elon's favor. I do not think ain't been able to make the next 5 years. Ooh, that's intense though. That's an intense call out, James. Seriously though? Why? Next 5 years? Do you know how smart these people are? Like, dude, I don't even know what AI is gonna look like in the next 5 years. But I have a feeling that like some genius from OpenAI is gonna design it and build it. And it's gonna they shocked us with ChatGPT. Surely they're working on something just as powerful. That's like the next tier. You know? I have a feeling they're working on like something that's like kind of like the Clawbot thing, you know? Oh, if the judge rules in Elon's favor, he'll instantly become the #1 shareholder. Elon has just hacked the code of life when it comes to like businesses and equity. He's literally cracked the code with that. It's so impressive how he's been able to do this. It's literally so impressive. Have you guys heard about Clawbot? Wait, does anybody here have like a super effective does anybody here have like a super effective we gotta watch some of these. I want to figure out what some of this stuff is. Does anybody have like a crazy super effective AI personal system? Just like a personalized like AI like operating system that like handles everything for them. Scheduling, emails, messages, research, all that. That'd be cool if someone has it. We should build that together. We should build that together. I kind of want to like understand what some of this stuff is. Like I saw a TikTok about this Clawbot thing, and it literally kind of just like had me shook. It had me shook just like of what the potential of AI can do in the world of just like running your life. And let's just see if we can watch something on it. I want to understand.
If you have been anywhere in the AI space for about the past week, you have probably heard of a brand new software called Claudebot. Now here I am on YouTube. You can see I have this widget, vidIQ, that basically tells me the search volume of any term. So the search volume for Claudebot completely maxed out. You can see a bunch of these videos that are just have these crazy outlier scores, and just a lot of views. You can see more and more here. But I really struggled to find a video that explained what Claudebot actually did. Like a lot of them explained what it could do,
Brother,
but I wanted to
get to the gist. What do you mean disclaimer? What's the disclaimer?
figure out how to set up Claudebot that runs
All right.
on your computer. So it's not in the cloud.
All right, so let's figure out what Clawbot
Very
actually
helpful
is.
down below. But hopping into this,
What is Clawbot?
what actually is Claudebot? Well, it's a local's important here, AI agent that runs on your computer. So it's not in the cloud, which is important because that means it has access to everything your computer has access. It's almost as if
Oh, first and foremost, it's Claudebot, not Clawbot. My dumb butt said Clawbot. It's Claudebot.
you
Right.
were able to put an AI in front of your computer with your keyboard and mouse and just let it go wild after you prompt it.
Dang.
It's not exactly like that, but more or less for demonstration purposes, that's how it works. And it communicates mainly through messaging apps such as WhatsApp, Discord, Telegram. There's also a web version of it you can set up to talk back and
That doesn't seem safe. That doesn't seem safe at all. Running a whole locally ran AI tool that like can do everything for you from WhatsApp or Discord. That's
forth. It's proactive, which means it can perform actions without direct input, which is a huge difference from chatbots we're used to, such as ChatGPT, where you have to prompt it and then it will take some sort of action or response and return text or call a tool or whatever else. Whereas Claudebot is sort of always running and then can take proactive steps. So a common example that I've seen on Twitter is people being like, Claudebot went and ordered me dinner through DoorDash. Now, I don't know how real this is, but
what?
ordered them dinner through DoorDash because it analyzed
Chat, are you gonna let Claudebot have access to your credit card and buy you dinner or like buy things for you? Would you guys let that? Would you guys let it have that freedom? Never in a million years will I let
their
something like
eating
that happen.
habits and
Never.
thought it could find them a healthy meal. It's also self-improving. It learns from its environment much more than other chatbots. And we'll dive deeper in that later in this presentation. But the core actual architecture of Claudebot is this local TypeScript CLI app. And CLI is basically the command line interface, which is the sort of like Cody version of controlling a computer. So we actually interact with computers through like the user interface, which is also called like a UI. And this is what you're looking at now. This is like, nice little buttons and like a search bar and typing things in there. Whereas the command line interface is literally just text, and you write in that text, and it can perform all these actions, download stuff, delete stuff, but it does it through text. And so
For you super genius tech people, you guys understand all this? I'm already confused.
what's important about this is it runs on your machine, and it can do pretty much anything you can do through the user interface. And then we have these channel adapters, which is able to translate, text,
Fucking.
images, etc., from different channels such as Discord, WhatsApp, iMessage, or the web. And that way, you're able to use multiple different channels as needed. The gateway server helps route the messages and manage the actual session, so that way you can have multiple different chats with different contexts, and those don't all get like grouped in together.
He
And
sounds like a
then we have
genius.
the agent runner, which handles the AI model calls and tool execution. And so this is what actually takes all this context and then actually sends it out and calls an API. And then we have the actual memory system, which I won't get into this super deep right now because I have a whole other slide on it.
Hmm.
And so how Claudebot actually works.
Literally, all this is telling me is that memory is going to continue to go on a run because folks are going to be having so many freaking prompts, knowledge, and just like accumulating so much data and information that people got to store somewhere. This is crazy. I think the memory run might continue to still rip. This is wild.
You first send a message through a channel, such as Telegram, Discord, etc.
Okay.
The channel adapter then normalizes the message. And this is what I was talking about. It sort of translates like whether it's in Telegram or Discord, if you send it through Discord, and make sure it's all in the same format so it can all process the exact same. And it doesn't matter which channel you send it through. It then has the gateway server, which routes it to the correct session. Again, these are like the chats in something like ChatGPT. And so that context is siloed in each chat.
Huh.
We then have the agent runner that builds a system prompt based on the tools, memory, history, and I want to include like files that you have inside the agent. And it basically builds a system prompt and then makes that API call to whatever LLM you connect to it. So that could be Claude,
I agree, James.
OpenAI, or GPT, or any other one with all of this context. The AI then responds either with text or tool calls performing some action, and then Claudebot executes all those tools locally on your computer, and then the results of that are then fed back to the AI. And that loop continues until it's complete, or you tell it to stop and you continue conversing with it. And it's a bit hard to make like a linear version of Claudebot because, like I mentioned in the beginning,
You have to
it
make one?
is
I can't just
able to
buy a
actually
Claudebot?
take action on its own if it sees that as necessary.
Okay, so can I just like literally text it and be like, make me LinkedIn posts for the next 365 days? And it just like does it based on like my flavor and style? Or can I be like, literally go and engage with like every single commenter on my YouTube videos or something like that? I'm so confused. What even is an agent runner? I know what an API call is. I don't know what a channel adapter is. I don't know what a gateway server is. I don't know what an agent runner is. I'm gonna learn that tonight, though. We're gonna figure this stuff out.
Or how it's instructed to act. So what is the power in Claudebot? Well, first, like I mentioned, it has file system access. So it can read, write, and modify files on your computer. And so this is both very powerful because it gives it a lot of autonomy, as well as very dangerous because, AI is extremely unpredictable. Extremely unpredictable might be a bit far, but it's not deterministic. And so just how, AI might not write something the way you want if you're trying to get it to write an essay, it's not going to perform the actions perfectly the way you want it every time. And so when you give it access to everything on your computer, especially if you do a lot of work on your computer, you have sensitive information on there, that can be dangerous. It runs.
Hi, David. How you doing, man? Hope you're having a happy Saturday. Thanks, Garrett. And thank you, David, for the reminder. That's why people are buying all these MacBook Minis and running them things locally out here.
Shell
David, do you have a Claudebot? Does anybody have a Claudebot? Who's got a Claudebot? Anybody?
commands.
And does anybody know how to make a Claudebot? Can I give you guys my workflow and you're like, oh, we can just enter the Claudebot here and it just boop does it. We got to figure this stuff out, guys. I mean, it's 2026. There's no archaic work anymore. We can't afford to. We can't.
Through the CLI. So these are like these terminal commands through the command line interface, which gives it, again, like full access to your computer. It has browser automation as a Playwright based browser that's actually able to use the web through. It's able to handle these long running tasks and connect to external services through APIs, which really isn't all that unique to ClaudeBot. But the biggest thing about this is that it's actually able to take action, and it has a lot more autonomy and doesn't need to be prompted to handle these long running tasks. It'll actually, can be scheduled to do something at certain times. And it just feels a lot more agentic than a lot of these other agents that we've built. Now, the real mind-blowing part, like I mentioned, for a lot of people is the memory and learning system of ClaudeBot.
Ooh.
So I really want to quickly explain how this works and how it compares to regular LLMs like ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. So regular LLMs, I'm talking about like the web-based chat version, their APIs are a bit different. Forget mostly everything when you change the chat. Now, I use ChatGPT a lot. It keeps some like specifics about me, such as, my name, my company, a lot of stuff I talk about. But generally, every conversation is pretty fresh. You have to re-explain a lot of context every time you talk to them. Whereas ClaudeBot actually saves session history, the same as LLMs, sort of like the chats. But it also writes any important info into organized note files it can then reference later, and it sort of puts these in this big memory folder, and
That's
they're sort
crazy.
of like memory.md or markdown files.
Oh,
But it's just
dang.
like a bunch of information that I can then call on later if it needs to.
Bro, I
The way
need
it
that.
calls on it is it
Guys,
uses both vector.
My ChatGPT has literally forgotten me. It's literally forgotten me. Granted, I'm on the free version, and I dumped a bunch of crap in that thing over the last 2 years. But I feel like it literally doesn't even know who I am anymore. It's slower. There's bugs. It's hallucinating. It's just not. It just doesn't have the same flair. I think we've fallen out of love. Me and my original ChatGPT free version. It's crazy, but it'll be cool if it can be in a memory.md
and keyword-based
That'd be
search.
awesome.
So vector is just a mathematical way of finding a very similar term. And then
This guy's very smart.
keyword-based is, if it finds a specific word in these memory.md files. So let's say I was looking for a brand new dog. And, in earlier comment, there's a horrible dog. But I hope you get, it looks more like a turtle, honestly. But this is the dog.
What is this?
And so let's say I was looking for a dog in an earlier chat with ClaudeBot. I gave it went out, found some dogs that I could adopt in my area. And then I mentioned that, hey, like I really like the wiener dog, or yeah, wiener dog works. And if I go back, I'm like, go get me that dog. It can keyword search dog and then find the previous session where it found all that and remembered that I wanted the wiener dog. And then, use that context to maybe go out and, schedule me a visit with the dog to see if I get along with it. It also automatically will write summaries of previous.
Just imagine it's like, go give me that business. Just imagine if it's like, go give me that business. And it just like remembers all the context of the businesses that I've been looking at. And it's just like, finds a company, scrubs through all the information, tries to find publicly available contact information, reaches out to them, schedules things, automatically puts things on the calendar. And I just like every single Sunday, check one little dashboard that says, these are all of your meetings this week that I scheduled because of, I know exactly what you want to get done. And here's everything done. That'd be crazy, right? That'd be absolutely crazy. You know what this proves to me? This proves, guys, that like there is literally so much that AI is going to be able to do besides the human empathetic, like social component. Like you guys just got to have that swagger. Like just like AI is gonna be able to do so much. Like you guys got to really just have that swagger. I think executive assistants and stuff, I think that job and role is about to be chalked with all these AI tools. Like my assistant at KKR, they used to make bank. I'm talking bank. And they just organize my receipts, book my flights, meetings, and like very simple things that like current AI is doing right now. So I don't know if there's like a publicly traded executive assistant stock that's worth exploring as a short for Jack Capital. You know?
Conversations and inject them into new conversations. And so we might have like this memory.md for, my conversation earlier today, and they'll summarize it all in one sentence and put it into our brand new conversation today. So that it sort of knows like what was going on earlier. It also will monitor my files and update its knowledge
James,
anytime
you're
something
hilarious.
changes in there. And so how
Okay,
is
bro, I
this
want a
actually
demo.
different
Can I get
from
this?
a platform like Claude Code
Who's using this?
or a platform like ChatGPT, like the web-based version that so many of you have used?
Wait, what's Claude Code? Why this is my first time hearing about Claude Code. Is Claude Code really good? Can Claude Code do essentially what Kenny Finance needs? Like, based on everything that you guys know about me and like how I be rolling, can Claude Code kind of do a lot of that?
So for Claude Code, it's different because Claude has this client-server architecture where Claude Bot is completely open source. You have to go through all these steps to actually install it on your computer, and then you just give it API access. Whereas Claude is natively like a cloud-based tool that will update, whereas you actually need to push the updates yourself for Claude Bot.
Mhm.
It also has a limited scope. Claude Code is focused specifically on coding tasks, obviously, whereas Claude Bot is more meant as like a personal assistant, concierge type agent,
Mm.
where in Claude Code you could build agents that do a lot of the same things as Claude Bot, but they'd be a lot more siloed, where maybe you'd have one to search for the dog, one to order food, one for whatever, whereas Claude Bot encapsulates all that. I don't know why I made a little W there, but in terms of safety
This
guardrails,
guy's drawing
Anthropic
sucks.
is a company worth tens of billions of dollars. Claudebot was created by one guy as a pseudo sort of weekend project. I'm sure it took a lot longer, and it just absolutely blew up. And so there's just way more safety guardrails for Claude. And then Claude really doesn't have this persistent memory. Each session is more or less isolated, other than the files you include in there, as well as it's Anthropic controlled, which means if
Okay.
you were wondering why a bunch of people were buying Mac Minis, it's so that they could have a computer separate from their personal computer to run ClaudeBot and control what they give it access to. It's also autonomous and self-improving. That memory is really impressive, the way they've built it, and ClaudeBot's almost a combination.
But if you do this, aren't you like very limited to simply just your Mac Minis? Like, aren't you limited to your Mac Minis storage capacity? And you could easily like eat up all of your memory in like a week if you wanted to like learn your whole life and set up. That would be like crazy. You know what I'm saying? That would be crazy.
Of like these coding tools, not in that it codes things, but it performs actions, as well as one of the web-based chatbots, such as ChatGPT that you use on your computer.
Okay.
So I view it as high risk, high reward. Whereas Claude Code is for sure coding focused, definitely safety first, and is actually human supervised. Now ClaudeBot has gotten a lot more support outside of just I actually do things for you. I think this will give
What's
you
Google
a
AG?
security
Google
risk
AG
and how
has
to-
okay. All right, dude, I want to see a demo here. I want to see a demo. Let's see. Someone give me a demo. Someone give me a demo. I'm gonna try to search on Twitter. I'm gonna try to find a good one on Twitter, but I can't open up Twitter just like that. We gotta have we gotta play it safe. Okay. Okay. Where's Claude? Claudebot. The thing is with Claudebot, you just gotta be careful. I think Garrett and Duvid said it the best. Like on Claudebot, guys, you gotta just play it like extremely careful. Cause just like it's local, it's probably easy to hack. You're putting all your information on there if you're like buying things. This is funny actually. Look at this. Someone says, got a Mac Mini for ClaudeBot. I'm not trying to get locked out of my own life. So I got its own Apple ID, its own Gmail, and its own GitHub. If your agent can't hold accounts, it's not an agent, it's a demo. Ding. Apparently these are like also like they're driving up the prices on these Mac Minis. Okay, so Claude. I'm trying to find a really good video for us guys, but I can't share my screen on Twitter. I don't have anything bad on here, but it's just like apparently Grok is just like out of pocket sometimes, and I just want to make sure it's like safe. Well, actually, no, it's actually pretty well behaved today. I got nothing on here that's like scary. How about this?
Hey Cloudbot, can you help me add this into my Amazon cart?
Wait, what? Hold on. His Claude bot is connected to his freaking Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Check this out.
Hey Cloudbot, can you help me add this into my Amazon cart?
Sure, I can help with that. I see the Monster Ultra Strawberry Dreams energy drink. I'll look that up to add to your Amazon cart.
Wait, is he doing this or Claudebot's doing this? Whoa.
It's added to your cart. Is there anything else I can help with?
No
Cool,
shot.
Thank you.
What?
Hey,
Are you serious? That's freaking crazy. What the heck? Bro. What a beast. Oh, snap. Claudebot just made $75,000 in a week. Oh, dude, James, use this to trade. Tell Claudebot, make me $100 million on stream. The whole recipe is simple. Open ChatGPT and prompt it to create a Polymarket crypto bot. Paste that prompt into Claudebot. Launch the bot. Wait for profits. This is literally a scam. What about this one? It's my Claudebot. Okay. I think this is safe and like publicly available.
So I'm on my
see.
computer today.
Let's see. Sorry if this is bad, guys, but I didn't watch this yet, so we're gonna test it out together. I hope it's appropriate.
So I'm on my computer today. All of a sudden, Henry gives me a call. He just starts calling. Oh, there he is again. There he is again.
Hey, Alex. Henry again. What's up?
That's it. He's talking right now. How you doing, Henry? How's it going?
Doing good, Alex. I can hear you clearly.
This is stupid.
What do you want to do next?
Can you do me a favor, Henry? Can you go on my computer and find the latest videos on YouTube about Claudebot?
This seems...
Oh my God, there he goes. There it is. Here it is.
Okay, this is dumb. So this is essentially a voice-activated, like, computer, right? Like the guy's presentation gave us so much more like exciting context. This just seems like a voice-activated, "Hey Siri, turn on the TV." Bro.
He's controlling my computer. I'm not even touching any.
Or am I underplaying it? Am I underplaying it? This doesn't seem that impressive. Where's the very impressive demos? This stuff is very dangerous. Like every time there's like a new innovative technology, there are always so many like, it just pisses me off. So many like scammy freaking people out there that are just like, oh, make $1 billion overnight. Just wait for the profits. Boom, boom, boom. It's so annoying. And people fall for this too. They fall for this. It's so dumb. All right. All right. Okay, I don't think there's any more good videos. Okay, let me just check. I'm going to check broader demo media. Trying to make sure these things are okay for you guys. How about this one? Claudebot. Oh, here we go. So here's an example. So for context, this one is Slack based, and I think it Claudebot with an Elon Musk face on the Wolf of Wall Street. That's actually pretty funny. Here we go. So he's prompting his, go make your own Reddit account. Wow. It's making a Reddit account. and it's like getting verification codes because it's linked to the emails, and it has like its own Reddit account and everything. They're in, and then it like checks to see what the hottest posts and stuff are. Wow. Wait, that's crazy. There's about to be so many bot accounts. There's about to be so many bot accounts. Oh my goodness. Pull out, what up, man? How you doing, legend? No, that's literally here's the exact playbook. I'll show you exactly step by step how to build your own claw bot. Oh wait, sorry, you guys can't even see the darn screen. Oh my goodness. My bad, chat. My bad. Sorry. But this is a demo of someone using their own Claude bot, but they have Elon Musk in front of a Wolf of Wall Street pic. That's hilarious. But look at what he asked it to do, and look at how quickly it does it. So he says, Claude bot, go make your own Reddit account. It starts to cook and uses its own email and everything. It opens it up, uses this email, finds the verification code, puts that in, automatically does that, and then it finds the preferences, makes the account, searches through like what the top things are, and then lets the person know like what the most top popular topics are. Isn't that crazy? So ADAB, should I look up an OpenClaw demo? I'll look up OpenClaw demo. All right. I keep hiding my screen because it's I don't want to flash anything that's crazy Twitter oriented, because you guys never know what's happening with Twitter. You guys never know what's happening with Twitter. Let's see. I'm trying to find literally the coolest. Does anybody else have like a really cool example of it or demo? That's the thing though. I think this thing is like very niche that not a lot of folks are like hip to it yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of folks are hip to it yet. So, all right. But I think there's like, if I had to summarize it, if I really had to summarize it, I think this whole Claude bot, OpenClaw, whatever you want to call it, I think all of this stuff is incredibly dangerous. And that's going to lead to a lot of tightening on security, governance, all kinds of stuff to ensure that people are incredibly safe on the internet with this, right? I think there's going to be a lot of bot accounts, a lot of bot memory. From an investment play, it could honestly be one of the biggest drivers of a short-term storage bump. You know what I'm saying, chat? So that could be like a short-term storage bump because people just like loading dumb storage that's not really like strong use, like that's not really that useful on there, right? So I think there's a big need for like dumb storage, but I think the security layer to this is underlooked at. I think I can easily see governments just shutting stuff down on this. I don't know why folks aren't as pressed about AI security when there's little things like this. Buy a MacBook Mini. Put APIs into all your stuff. Let it run wild. Huh? What the heck? Like retail, yeah, I completely agree with you. It is literally a security nightmare, and it terrifies me. But, you know, it's all in the eye of the beholder, right? So W's in the chat for strong AI governance. How about that? And potentially memory stocks. All right, chat, let's get back to, there were some few things. Gemini AG, or what was it called? Because guys, I'd love to, wait, what's the, we gotta catch up on the chat. Memory wouldn't be the issue. GPU compute capabilities to handle the LLM processing would be the issue. Oh, wait, so it's a TSMC NVIDIA play then, Garrett? What do you think about that then? Oh, James. Oh, you're chilling. Yeah, we try to keep it, James. I just read your message. You're funny, bro. We just try to keep it family friendly. My nephew watches this and he shows up to learn sometimes. He's just a young bull. So all fun and games until the script injection that hits claw bots from the LLM responding to a scammer hacker in WhatsApp. Yeah, Yeah, that's actually terrifying because right now, like my human later, I know how to avoid so many freaking bots and like potentially scammy things. Like I know not to open certain things on an email, not to respond to certain messages. Scammers are going and hackers are going to run wild with like unsecured things like this. They are going to go crazy. And I don't even know if there's like there should be an API for like a Norton on your MacBook Mini, right? Right? So if anything, we need to be looking at security stocks for consumer security. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense though, y'all? Or am I being dumb? And help me out too, because I don't, I'm not that tech literate yet, guys. So I'm still learning this stuff. Still learning this stuff. Dogs only. What's up, legend? How the heck you doing, man? I hope you're having Lily a fantastic Saturday. Thank you so much for tapping in with the stream. Love your content. Thanks for putting out so much useful stuff. Hey, dude, of course, bro. Of course. That's literally the only reason why I exist on the internet is to provide as much positive smart money moves as I can. So, but I appreciate you taking the time that you have to watch, and I know you're busy. So, thank you for that, bro. Do you have an MBA? No, I'm not smart enough for that, dude. A lot of my friends are at MBA programs right now. So a lot of my friends are at like Harvard, Stanford, Wharton, getting their MBAs. I decided to do YouTube. No, it's doing what I do now, like running the holding company, doing deals, making content. Like it's literally an MBA every day. So I feel like I have the quick, shortcut version of it. I'm getting the bootleg MBA. But are you thinking about getting one? Pull out? Is that what you're thinking about? And then dogs only. How did you find time during your Blackstone job to do side projects? Well, at Blackstone I didn't, and at KKR I didn't. I was actually banned to do those. So I wanted to start this YouTube channel, guys, back in 2019 and 2020. Blackstone said no, and then KKR said no. Gotta do the compliance. Like they weren't allowed to have their employees out there talking about investing to the world. So 5 years later, so I actually I didn't have time. And also I worked a lot, guys. I was doing 90, 100-hour weeks every week for like 5 years straight. Not 5 years straight, almost 8 or 9 years straight. You know what I'm saying? So, I wish I had time, but I also had like a really big social life out there in New York and a lot of friends. So when I wasn't working, I was with my friends. I loved it though. I loved every second of it and learned a lot in the job and had an amazing job, amazing career. And working at both of those places literally are like the coolest things I could have ever done. But the limitation is that they don't give you capacity or the leeway to like pursue creative or entrepreneurial things. It makes sense because it's just like you're making crazy bread anyway. Like, I don't know why anyone ever want to do that. But I always had that entrepreneurial bug to just want to do it. Pull out, you're thinking about going in the fall? I applied to a few in SoCal. Nice. Which ones are you thinking? What do you want to study? Do you want to study like an MBA with like focus on finance, strategy, marketing? What are you thinking? And first and foremost, good luck, man. Good luck on the MBA applications. Hope you get into the school of your choice and school of your dreams. And when you get in there, put Kenny Finance Streams on the big screen so that they can compare my streams content versus like their professors' lectures and see who's a better vibe. Professor Kenny Finance, all right? What you want to learn, guys? I'll teach you it all. You just got to buy my $1 billion course and I'll show you how to trade using Clawbot. Just collect your profits. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I swear to God. No one fall for stuff like that, guys. Don't fall for stuff like that. And it's only going to get more annoying. It's only going to get more out there. They're going to be like, hey, this is how they're going to get y'all. This is how they're going to get y'all. They're going to be like, hold on, let me. This is how the scam is going to get y'all. They're going to be like this. Tap in. Tap in with Clawbot. Make money in your sleep. Easiest 10,000 I have made in my life. Tap in. Cash App only. Serious inquiries only. That's how the scammers are about to become AI engineers. The scammers are literally going to start becoming AI prompt engineers. And they're going to be like, prompt up. Prompt up. I got the Claude bot. I got the Claude bot on the low. I got the Claude bot just fell off the truck. Don't fall for it, chat. Do not fall for it. All right? Those guys are freaking losers. All right? Jeez Louise. They're going to be... Yeah, they're going to be requesting on Cash App, and the Claude bot's going to approve the request. Why? Because somewhere within their code and their bot, there was a little line that said, give API access to this freaking random North Korean or Russian hacker. And next thing you know it, you lose everything. And then all because the MacBook Mini is tied to like your internet, it kind of has access to all your personal devices and boom, boom, boom. Dude, you guys ever seen Mr. Robot? You ever seen that? This show? Let me show you. You guys ever seen freaking Mr. Robot? Y'all should watch this. Y'all should watch this. This show right here. It's about that hacker guy. Y'all, this thing will give you the spooks. This thing will give you, he looked like AI, don't he? But this thing will give you the spooks about hackers and their ability to just like get into people's sensitive information. Let me stop talking about this topic anyway before they start reading the transcripts and realizing that, oh, this guy's an anti-Claude bot person. We need to tackle him first before he, you know. I wish a Claude bot would try to pull up on me. I'm going to find out wherever they at. I'm blowing their computer up. And they probably scrawny. They probably ain't even tough. They probably not even tough. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to pull up to wherever they at. Me and my dogs, back from Detroit. I'm about to pull up to wherever they at, and I'm blowing their whole computer up. I wish somebody would try. And I'm going to look them in their face and be like, you ever hack anybody else again? Your house is next. All right? You know, sometimes, look, the world needs to get back. The world needs to be back to being like the Godfather days. People need to start applying a little pressure. You know what I'm saying? What am I supposed to be looking up? Oh, Claude Code. Yeah. All right. What else y'all talking about? Cool Webby, what up, twin? Palm Beach Prince, how the heck you doing, top dog? How the heck are you doing, man? Hope you're having an incredible, awesome Saturday. Thanks for pulling back up. Great decision on choosing to do YouTube. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. That's very encouraging. Thank you, man. And then pull out, you're thinking about USC, UCLA, and LMU. Heck yeah, bro. Let's go. You're a great teacher. Oh, you have an engineering background, though? Yeah, bro. I'm a deer in headlights. Well, I am buying an engineering company, so I will learn a lot about that in like 6 months, very fast. So, that's super dope, man. Like, baby, free cash. Yeah, just gotta be careful out there, right? Just be very careful on the internet. Like, also, just use the internet for a purpose, then get off of it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, y'all, I already told y'all my X route. I tell Richard this every day. My X route, I'm out here trying to make a quick impact and get out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing an anti-brain rot campaign. I'm trying to do an schemy finance campaign. I want to, right now, I told y'all this before, but like right now, my audience is like the 1% audience of the finance world that actually makes smart decisions. Like, who's proactively looking up how to buy a business, how to like buy index funds, how to like freaking diligence stocks, or how to look up like true AI supply chain choke points, right? It's like 0.1% of like finance enthusiasts. Literally everybody else is focused on how can I get rich quick? How can I make money online? How do I do drop shipping? How do I do boom, 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 right? It's like literally ridiculous. So like I'm trying to very strategically just like steal share from all that. Like I would love to put all those scammy, lame, whack creators out of business. Why? because I'm trying to convert folks from the dumb money to the smart money moves. And once I tell everybody these are the smart money plays, I'm about to be done repeating myself. I'm like, look, I said it literally on stream. Watch the dang VODs. And I'm gonna be gone. I'm about to be out there catching fish in the Philippines or freaking eating freaking matcha ice cream in Japan. You know what I'm saying? Being outside, touching grass. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm about to be there in Bali doing my survival trips with Richard once he gets his act together, man. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm about to be playing video games, playing my Arc Raiders with my boys Still Point, Boogie, and Hunter. You know what I'm saying? But the first thing I gotta do is I have to wage war against the scammy finance niche. Like the 99%. I just gotta campaign against it. Smart money moves wins the day generationally. All these other get rich quick schemes, they work one day, they don't work the next. They're all selling you something very scammy, you know? And it's a personal mission because I got some dumb A-word cousins and some dumb A-word siblings. They be falling for this stuff. Do you know how ridiculous that is? Me, Kenny Finance, working like 10 years at like the greatest financial institutions to ever exist on the investing side. And yet I got people that are my own blood falling for the dumbest financial schemes to ever exist. It literally burns my heart. It's like, how is this even possible? That means there's too many of them and not enough of me, right? So I gotta just like have my little claw bot multiply myself and make a billion freaking pieces of content on like sound financial judgment. How to actually be patient and invest for the long term. How to actually work hard and build something that lasts generations instead of trying to flip something and like trying to flip an app in 2 days. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got a lock. You know what I'm saying? Pull out, your uncle fell for an AI day trading scam. Send him my video on everything I learned on Wall Street in 13 minutes. One of those vids. I think it's that one. I think that's the thing. It's like how everything I learned on Wall Street or everything I learned about money on Wall Street in 13 minutes. He's a lost cause. I used to think that too, bro. Pull out. I honestly used to think that too. I used to think a lot of these people are just lost causes. I honestly used to think that too. But you gotta have hope, man. You gotta have hope. Bro, life can change in a second for people. You know that? Life can really change in a second. Like, when it comes to like, nah, Garrett, I think you can though. I think you can. I think that you need to be able to speak their language before you start educating them on something brand new. You know? You just gotta relate to them. You know what I mean? I think sometimes like you can't teach a old dog new tricks. It's just because like that old dog just like has all these embedded habits and influences around them that just like there's no capacity to understand the fruit of the new trick. But what's even crazier though is it's like we're trying to teach the old dog that like the oldest of tricks is what they really need to be doing. It's like the old dog has been distracted by new tricks. New fast schemy tricks. But the oldest of tricks. Like, look, guys, I literally say this, I think, every single stream. The secret to money is incredibly simple. I'm about to blow your freaking mind, right? Listen to this. The secret to money is incredibly simple. You spend less than you earn. The delta, aka the savings, you invest it into an index fund. You do that every single paycheck that you ever receive. And you never sell it. And it literally compounds like crazy over time. Wait, chat, some of you guys weren't here yesterday, but let me show you what we did. So yesterday was a really big day. Like, it was a huge day for the community. Well, not only did I do a 12-hour stream. Why? Because I just wanted to prove to myself that I got that dog in me. But we did a 12-hour stream. It's kind of lit. But Also, yesterday we did what did I name that file, guys? Dang it, I think I forgot it. Hold on. Let me try to find it. Let's go to Excel. It was on Excel, right? Oh, I named the. Okay, so I'll tell you guys why it was a very big day. It was a very big day because one of our fellow family members, and I call it family member because he's a subscriber. We're all family here. But one of our fellow homies, Dat Bull, had a baby boy, right? He had a baby boy that was just born, and we were able to walk him through. Look, if you follow the oldest, simplest game in the book, investing early into a simple index fund and letting it compound over time and never touching it, you can have ungodly like returns for your family. Bro, check this out. Look what we did. Chad, I'm so proud of this. This is like absolutely, actually incredible, right? The little shred lord is now age 0, right? Or like 1 month or 2 months. W freaking Dat Bull. That's so cool that like he actually had a kid, and that's so awesome. Like that's the greatest gift you could ever have, is just like building your family, man. Especially if you're a guy. And I think. And I told him like, look, if you just decide to start an account for $500, you put 1,000 in every single year for the kid's birthday, right? Which is $83 a month. At the end, they're literally sitting on they're sitting on $47,000 if they get like 10% returns, right? And then say the kid after that, because they were exposed to saving habits, budgeting habits, investing in index funds, having that habit of paying themselves first, they keep doing that with their own side hustle money. And while they're in college or something, they're putting $1,000 a year, right? So it continues to grow. By the time they graduate college, it's sitting at $75,000. But then after that, when they start a job, when they're like 22, 23, they put then the max contributions into an IRA, which is still great tax efficient. And IRAs have a max contribution of $7,000. So they try that out for a few years. And the next thing you know, that grows. And then maybe when they hit 30, they're like, we're making a bunch of cash with my job. Let me max out my IRA and my 401k. Like very simple, basic things, right? And they start maxing out contributions there. And it just like expands and expands and it expands. And it's absolutely ridiculous. And then I was like, all right, maybe when you're like 40 and you got like $1 million AUM, you then convert it from doing index funds, getting you a 10% return, to now you unlock the ultra high net worth wealth manager pool, to where it's like you can actually start to play ball with the assets that they have and get into alternatives and things like that. You probably shouldn't, but you might get a 13% return instead of a 10% return. And the returns are absolutely crazy. And the big number that I wanted to compare is how much they will have when the kid retires. Like when you're a new dad, you kind of want to ask yourself the simple question: how much can I set my kid up to retire with when they're 65? Right? Look at what the number was. $31 million is what the kid could be sitting on when they're retired. Or they're not really kids at that point. You're probably long gone, but your kid is at a retirement age, sitting on $31 million. And what's nuts here? Take a look at this. This is the, oops, sorry. Also, by the way, this is what the chart looks like. The exponential chart is absolutely freaking insane. And it's the most boring thing you could ever do: buy index funds and never sell it. But here's the difference, right? This is what I want you guys to focus on. This is what you could have if you retire at 65, just by like sound, patient investing annually. But this is all the money you've ever put into it. Like the $1,000 a year, the $7,000 a year, the $32,000 a year, the max contribution, like the total contributions that you've ever put into this system literally was only $1.2 million. You made $30 million of just investing returns by keeping it in the engine. And what's also crazy, you auto deposit, you auto invested, you auto reinvested the dividends. You just set it and forget it. And you like touch grass, hung out with your family, right? Why do I gotta sit here and obsess over what my freaking Clawbot is doing on Twitter when I can literally just like buy an index fund, click one button, and say every single paycheck for the rest of my life at this job, I want you to put 30% into an index fund. Bro, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? And Hunter, I know you're a young bull, so you should start doing this early too. Tell your parents, literally, next time at dinner, be like, open me up a child brokerage account. I don't know why I don't have that. You guys are wasting X amount of years of compounding interest for me. And this is very important. This is very important. Well, we did, okay, this is also like how much he can contribute. But we also did a comparison around like if he started contributing to his kids' investments when they were 18 versus when they're 0. In that time period of waiting 18 years to invest in the newborn kid's life, because you think it's like, oh, it's a kid account, that doesn't really matter. That cost them around $4.5 million of returns. You waiting to invest in a kid's future is just like, can cost millions of dollars on the back end. Because the number one variable is compounding returns and a compounding engine. You get me? You're just now teaching your mom about a 401k? Yeah. 1.2 million is a lot. It is a lot. It is a lot. But if you break it down, it's like it's $1,000 a year when they're like young. When they're working, and this all assumes like they're working, right? $7,000 a year when they're like early working. And then when they're 30, like 30,000 plus a year, you know? Man, I got to go to the club. My friend is DJing late. You can go to the club or you can tap in with Kenny Finance and make these smart money moves. Right? Right? Huh? I'm kidding. Have fun. Enjoy yourselves, guys. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy yourselves. But does this make sense, y'all? And bro, pull up. Have your mom join the stream. I will literally do a dedicated segment just for your mom and walk her through everything she needs to know about a 401k and investing and employer contributions and max, like all that. It is my mission to where anyone that is willing to make a smart financial decision, they should at least know what to do. I'm not no financial advisor. I'm not going to do no step-by-step stuff and open up accounts for people. But it's just like people need to just understand this game. And like the game is very simple. Bro, start crazy early and put dollars into that thing. Now, say, for example, you hustled and you start watching some of my videos and you were like, oh, I know all about cash flowing businesses and how to like buying companies and all that stuff. And I got crazy cash because I made an ultra smart money move, right? And say, for example, you started your kid off with a $10,000 balance. You put freaking $10,000 a year into your kid's fund. And then after that, they start doing this stuff. This is how much they can afford personally. This is what the kid handles, like the little shred lords. But then this is what you give them. You know what I'm saying? How much are you going to have at the end? $113 million. So by the way, go watch my freaking videos on how to buy businesses and lock the heck in for your kids, dog. What are y'all saying, shred lords? This is crazy. This is actually crazy. Y'all better not. Hey, look. The second I have a kid, bro, literally the 5 minutes after my wife gives birth, after we, have the sentimental moment of, oh my gosh, we're parents, right? Right after that, the account is open. I'm calling the broker. I'm being like, Kenny Finance Jr. or Kenny or Kendra Finance. They're here. Open up that account. 10 bands, wiring it ASAP. And for the next 10 years or 18 years, 10 bands every single year. I don't care what we got to do. We got to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? But you can start young. You can start early like this. But this was like the most W thing we did yesterday. And that was doing this for that bull that had we did that for that bull who just had a baby. So, and it was also cool is my ARC Raiders coach. His name's Still Point. And he's like literally one of the coolest guys I've ever met of all time on the game. And he like plays freaking ARC Raiders with me and teaches me how to get better at the game. And he just had a kid too. And his kid's 18 months old. So like now I told him go watch the VOD of just like outlining all this and get that stuff rolling for your kid. You don't have to start with $500. Start with $5. Start with anything. Just anything to give your kid the most ultimate financial head start. And by the way, guys, you can do this for siblings. If you have siblings under 18, you can do this for nieces and nephews. I did this. I opened up a kid's account for my nephew. Let me show y'all something. I opened up a handful of years ago. I opened up what did I open up? I opened up a where is it at? There we go. Kids. Right? I opened up something for my nephew, Cameron, and he's it's not even a lot. Let's see if I can see it. I opened up like an Acorns Early account for my kids, and I'm not sponsored, by the way. Right? Acorns Early. Oh. Right? Put a little $200 in. And every birthday, I just give him $200. The kid is up 20% already. He's crushing the market. I gave you an example of a 10% return. My nephew's getting a 10% return or 20%. He's a beast. And you know what? Here's the most beautiful part about it. The most beautiful part about it is not just like selfishly as a parent, oh my gosh, how much is my kid gonna how rich is my kid gonna be? No, it's actually about like the values that you bestow. Like when you start to organize family finances around things like this, the values that you start to unlock are values of patience, consistency, conviction, and diligence, and like sound decision making, right? And like delayed gratification. Those are elite skill sets for like any kid to have. Let me give you guys the dopest example of all time. Ever since I started doing this for my nephew, every year I'm calling him like, bro, it's Christmas time. Or like, bro, it's your birthday. What you want? New Lego? You want a bike? Want that new game, iPhone? Guess what he tells me? And this like literally warms my heart. Guess what he tells me? He's like, nah, Uncle Kenny. Toss it in my Acorns. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My nephew literally has me at the disposal as his freaking uncle to get him anything he could ever want. And I'm like, bro, it's birthday time. What kind of party you trying to host for your friends? All on me, right? Or it's like, oh, a new game came out. You want that? Or like, oh, it's Christmas. What you been wanting, man? He's like, nah. Uncle Kenny, toss it in my Acorns. You know what I'm saying? He's like, Uncle Kenny, toss it in my Acorns. The kid is already addicted to compounding. So you know he about to be rich. You know he about to be rich, right? So that's what I'm saying. That was a great timing, by the way, for my boom. That's what I'm saying, guys. Just like y'all just gotta lock in and just like realize it's more than just like the money you can unlock from it. It's actually like the DNA you can help shape around these topics of like finance, investing, and money. Darkest Sunray says, I gotta stop being contrarian, but Lego been beating the market lately. Lego's a stock? Lego has a stock? Hold on, y'all. You for real? For real? Hold on. Let me pull this up. I didn't even know Lego had a stock. Oh, wait. No, it's not. Hold on. Oh, no, the rare minifig and stuff. Oh, oh, okay. Boy, y'all know I'll literally be, I'll be sitting here believing everything y'all be saying in the chat. Anyway, this is really cool. That's a dope one. What was I supposed to be doing anyway? I was supposed to be finding businesses to buy. Right? I was supposed to be finding businesses to buy. All right, chat. Competition time. Someone give me a state. Someone give me a state and a mandate. I'll find you a business. That's the perk. Because y'all join the stream, I'll give you guys a business. I'll help you find one. First one wins though. First one whoever puts in a geography and the industry, I'll find it for you. I'll find it for you. All right. While y'all doing that, I'm gonna play my tunes. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to play my dang tunes for the boys. Let's lock in time. A graphic design business. Can't AI do that? Or Clawbot? Hunter says grass. Ooh, Hunter, that's a good one. And I think you actually sent it first on Twitch. A graphic design one? Let's see. Let's cook up. Hunter, I'm gonna find you a business. What state, Hunter? East Coast, West Coast, down south, in America? Where else? We'll do Texas. I'm gonna do Texas. All right. Don't you don't have to put it. You don't have to put a state in the chat. Don't put a state in the chat, Hunter. First and foremost, this right here. This is literally a cheat code of a business. I think I featured this in one of my videos, but this literally is like this is a cash printing machine. Literally a cash printing machine, and you're using just such a replenishable resource, water. It's insane. It's actually insane. This, and you can run it remotely from an app. This is the most physical version of a Clawbot. This is the most physical version of a Clawbot making crazy bread. Right? Okay. So, Hunter, the industry, you say grass, is actually called landscaping services. And landscaping services business. Ooh, LA? All right, I'll find one in LA after this. Landscaping services businesses are really good because, like, when you're looking at a business, you want to understand one simple thing. Is it going to make money one time? Or is it going to make money multiple times? Is AI going to disrupt it? Or is it something that, like, is not even tech related? And then is it something that has a recurring nature? Like, that recurring nature, the big question on that is kind of like, can I predictably get more jobs, service, customers, revenue from them, right? I love this cafecito vibe. I'm about to open up a Kenny Finance coffee shop for us to hang out, right? And here we go. We got some cash flowing. Oh, off the rip. I like this one. This is a good multiple. Yeah, I'm a boring business guy. Hey, I'm a boring business guy. You know? Welcome to Shaw's Marketplace. High margin. This one is more scaled. It has good cash flow margins. The only thing I would say, I like it. It's more pricey, but I like it primarily because it likely has a team in place. This size of a business, 400,000, is usually probably 1 or 2 people. You know, but like this kind of cash flow and like revenue profile, that's covering like a full team. There's a golf course you guys can buy. This has a high fixed cost basis. I wouldn't buy a golf course. Residential contractor, that's heavy on the license requirements, pretty competitive, and you compete with franchises. High-end residential landscaping, this is okay. This is okay, but it's the utility around that is a little tricky. Like, the utility on that can be tricky because the same amount of hours it takes to do a landscaping job, you might only be able to do 1 job a day for this high-end residential things. Granted, you can charge a pretty higher price versus you can probably do like 20 a day on the regular socioeconomic neighborhoods, you know? Well, let's open it up just to see. And the multiple's crazy though. Ooh, tree care, that's good. You guys like my song? I didn't make it, but it's kind of like the vibe. What about this one? Nah, I don't like that anymore. Y'all liking the vibes? Y'all liking the vibes? Literally, I call this Separation Saturdays. While everybody out there trying to party, we out here doing smart money moves to get separate us from the pack, man. We already learned so much today. Isn't that crazy? I love how much we just like put up buckets every day. It's so cool. It's actually so awesome. I told my friends, they were like, why the F are you trying to stream every single day, bro? I'm like, first and foremost, I'm trying to do something that you won't have the balls to do. And then third of all, I was like, second of all, it's literally the greatest accountability mechanism. It's literally the greatest accountability mechanism. Because it's like, I can't be slacking in front of y'all. I got to put up work. You know what I'm saying? Just like when I'm playing a game, I got to lock in on Arc Raiders or Marvel Rivals. I got to lock in on my main video game, which is business and investing. So I gotta show up, you know? So it's a good accountability mechanism for me to just like daily deposits, keep putting in pressure. All right. Landscape distribution. Ooh, this could be cool. That might be interesting. Dun, 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 dun. Custom high-end residential lawn sprinkler repair. Ooh, there's so many good businesses out there, y'all. These are really good names. All right, I can't look through all these because I think there's a lot that are actually really good. So this one I like because it's been around since 1990. It has about a, what is that, 30% EBITDA margin. All right. 70,000 of equipment. Currently operating from a flex facility in the Dallas area with a monthly rent of $1,200. Reason for selling: focusing on new ventures. That's the only reason why I don't like this. Like you should, like if it's that good of a business, you should like either focus on it or hire someone else to run it while you just collect cash from it. You know. So the new owner could explore partnership with local home builders, commercial property managers, real estate developers to gain access to large-scale projects. La-di-da-di. All right, that makes sense. Recurring revenue contracts. Okay, this one's okay. I'm gonna rank this one as a B. I give this one like a B. This one, we're actually gonna pass. It's only been around for 5 years. It hasn't even seen a recession. It sounds cool and all, but they haven't really seen a recession. The owner is focusing to growing a family medical practice in their hometown, creating X opportunity for the new owner to step in. That's okay. Like if the business has 10 full-time employees, I think they're treating this like a large-scale business that just like the cost basis might be way too high. And
Things people don't.
I don't know. You just gotta be careful with this one. Like businesses that have, I like companies that have been around for 30 plus years. They've gone through the Great Recession. They've gone through the tech bubble in 2001 or 2001. They've gone through the tech bubble in 2021. They've gone through COVID and they've still survived. Those are the businesses that I like. But if someone literally they haven't been around the block enough, right? Like the business hasn't been around the block enough. So it looks enticing. The multiple looks cool, but it's just like there's no operating history for me to really diligence if this thing got that dog in them. So for that, F tier. I'm passing. Next, 2007 is okay. That means that they went through the actual recession. Like if a business has gone through the recession and they can have war stories to tell about it, that's all right. And I think they survived because they're focused on this high residential landscaping niche, right? Why? Because these customers care about what their stuff looks like. And they care about they have budgets and they have like a high willingness to pay. So that's really good. That's really good. The only thing that I don't like is that it's incredibly low margin. Like it is super low margin. Either the staff that they're hiring or the equipment that they're using or the marketing that they're doing is just like insanely expensive, right? So that's the one thing. Additionally, they're willing to stay on for a period in order to affect a smooth transition. Look at this. They got 29 employees, 9 full-time, 14 contractors, currently home-based. Look at all this stuff, all this equipment, the facility, commercial space to park all the vehicles and stuff. Yeah, it's really big. It could be cool, but the cost basis is like relatively high. I don't know. How much are these homes? Are these homes really expensive? What is that? Dallas. Let's go to Compass. Let's go to Dallas, Texas. Let's try to find a little crib out there in Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas. Take me to Dallas, Texas, chat. Dang, Dallas is kind of expensive. Dang, this stuff nice. But then you can get one like this. That's not bad. Lucky, this nice. It's simple. That's just enough for me, though. I don't need that much space. 200,000 in Dallas. I'll rock with that. Dallas seems to be getting a little pricey. This looked like what the units look like in the thing that they were serving, right? It kind of looks like the same a little bit. Like this kind of aura, these kind of houses. You see, they care a lot about landscaping. Look at this. They care a lot about all that. And that stuff's pricey. That stuff's pricey. And you can raise the price on them and they won't even notice. They wouldn't even care. It just blows my mind that some people live in houses like this. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. These houses are beautiful. Dang, this one's nice. This one looks like a little Gatsby house. Jeez Louise. Shout out to Dallas. But you're paying all that and you're like so close to other people. This reminds me of like Newport Beach. You pay tens of millions of dollars for a house and you're literally right next door to like a million people. I'm like, nah, if I'm paying all that, bro, I want literally a freaking forest in my backyard. I want a little forest in my backyard. All right, this one we're passing, only 2002. Literally, that means that they gave it a shot for 3 years and they gave up. They're not built for it. Pass. 2011, I rock with that. It's a low asking price though, so you are likely going to be doing it yourself. There's one part full-time and one part-time, meaning that there's like one contractor and then the owner, and that's it. You know? So just be mindful of that. Like a lot of these businesses that are around the 100,000 range or 200,000 range, they seem like, oh, cool, I can afford that. But you're buying yourself a job. And you're not buying yourself an investment that can run without you, okay? Just be very mindful of that. Unless it's a business that you want to be an owner or operator in, like that stuff takes time, chat. All right? So, landscaping distribution. This is kind of cool. 70% of revenue is from commercial customers. They did 2.4 million in revenue, compared to 3.1 million in 2024. So revenue's down. While the revenue declined year over year in line with softer real estate and construction activity, overall profitability improved in 2025 due to tighter cost controls. Yeah, with that kind of setup, if you decline in revenue, I don't want to talk to you. High-end residential lawn sprinkle repair business in Fort Worth area. 1990, 36-year operating history, W. Crazy high margin profile. A margin profile on this one is literally, what is that? 85, 9%? What's 52,000 divided by 60? Quants. What is it? Too slow. My AI is faster. 87%. 87% margins. Dang. Boy, I said 52,000 divided by 60,000. You said 20%. Boy. I'm kidding. I cheated. I used the calculator. So I cheated. I used the calculator though. I used the calculator. I used the dang calculator. I ain't gonna hold you up, twin. I ain't gonna hold you up. Great margins. Cheap asking price. 2 times multiple. If anybody is in the town, you very much in Springstown, Texas, you are doing the work here, right? So the seller will teach you everything, but you're doing all the work, and you can't afford anybody on a $100,000 or $60,000 revenue base. I feel like they got one customer. That's very low. I'll pass on it because it's too small. But if it's useful to someone. All right, so the top 3, there's this one, which is a banger. there's this one that is a good one, but yeah, I think it's actually a really good one. This is the pricey deal. And then this one, this is cheap. And then I'm gonna put these in Discord. Let me pull up Discord. Anybody not in the Discord? Say I if you are not in the Discord. I'll paste it in the Discord, y'all. I'm gonna paste this in Discord. Here we go. I'm putting this in the Discord. It's gonna go in the business buying chat, and I'm gonna talk about the businesses from stream. I know I owe some responses from folks. Well, no, I think I responded to Kareem already. Businesses from today's stream. See, y'all tune into the streams, but you ain't know that you literally could find a business that could change your life. Y'all lucky. I'm gonna put this in the business buying channel. All right, guys. What's good, Hunter? And Hunter, these are grown-ups in here, so you need to be with the utmost respect with anything that you put on Discord. All right. I know when we're game, we're chilling and all, but in the Discord, these are people out here making big money investment decisions. So here's the businesses from the stream, chat. Businesses from the stream. I put it here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I put it here in this business buying channel. So when you join the Discord, we got all these different channels for it. We got the stock market one. This is where the shred lords talk about stock market ideas, earnings. Next week we got a big earnings, and tomorrow, guys, we have pitch competition. I think we might do a Monday, actually, A-Dub. And then I think about it, I think it might be better to pitch on Monday so that we can like even potentially like make the trade that day of whatever we vote on to buy. So I think I might do a Monday, and then I put in the business buying one down here. But this is where we like talk about private companies and private equity and how to buy a business, and people talk about their situation and what they're, you know, looking for and what they're trying to do. We got a little personal finance one, entrepreneurship, people trying to build some stuff. We just got straight dogs in the mix, y'all. We just got straight dogs in here. People of all age, and this is the general one. People just be chilling, laughing, vibing, catching up. It's a good community, y'all. It's a good community, man. Everybody out here is nice, looking out for each other. You can't afford what? Which one? The 400,000 one? The 1.5? Yeah, 1.5 one's pricey, bro. That one's pricey. This one's more affordable. You just gotta be able to work in the business, though. Wait, someone asked me to look up. Who is that? Who is that? Pull out. You want one in LA? Yeah. You can buy a SBA loan, but you gotta be careful with that. Pull out. I promise I'll get you one too. You said LA. Give me an industry. Any industry? Or can I pick? What's y'all excited for the Super Bowl tomorrow? My guy Benito. All right, I'm gonna pick an industry myself. So if I'm in LA, I want to find something that's doing at least 300,000 of STA. Because LA is really expensive. Under $1 million of a purchase price. Yes, tomorrow, man. And then the revenue, we'll do that. There's a vet clinic. That's solid in Ventura County. Only thing is you need a license for this. I think someone else had a license about some of these other businesses. Yeah, retail said that. Said that depending on the state, can't licenses get in the way for running a landscape business? Definitely. What you can get around with that is you can get the seller to give you his license or her license, and you lease it out from them. Like they just stay on record as like a part contractor, but you use the license. You know? Foosball. So quickly looking at LA businesses. E-commerce pet food supply pass. That's gonna crash. A vet clinic, it's tough. It's like a legal nightmare and a huge structuring thing to actually be able to buy a vet clinic without being an actual vet. You can do it, but like you gotta go through like crazy MSAs and entities to set that up. The kitchen and bath flooring is too competitive. It's way too competitive. Food and beverage, nope. Retail space, nope. Wrap, this might be interesting, but there's no like strong recurring nature here. This business has literally been on the market for like, I think 2 years. Every time I look at California, this the same business is here. Something's wrong with it. This plumbing service and repair business, this is good. That's good. Moving company, nope. Caribbean restaurant, I wouldn't touch a single restaurant. Encino CPA firm, AEI is gonna replace that soon. Auto repair shop, that's good, but this multiple is odd. They're selling for 1 times. A locksmith business. That might be the best one. Manufacturing of bulldozer parts. This is very niche, but I like that. This doesn't even tell me what the business does. Same owner for 33 years. Who cares? What do you do? Tennis and pickleball shop. That's a terrible business because people can do all this stuff on Amazon. And that's it for California. All right, here you go. The ones from California that I think will win. This one here, almost 50% plus margins. 2 times multiple. It's been around for 26 years. And they do plumbing service and repair. This could be really cool. Strong revenue, strong margins, good customer base. They do repiping and water main installations, fixed installations and replacements, slab leak detection and repair, 24-hour emergency drain. So good. It's just like a general good plumber. Only issue is you're buying yourself a job. It's very small. Good reason for selling. Retirement. The key is you're going to need to have a license, and you're gonna need to be able to find a team. So like this cash flow number is 350. Cut that in half because you probably have to pay another plumber to come in and do some work. You know? Because right now this is what the cash flow that goes to the owner, so the owner isn't including his own comp in this. So in that case, I don't know. It's just really hard to, unless you can convince the owner to lease out the license to you, I'd consider it. But this one I'm gonna give B tier. This one here, I got really excited about it because the locksmith business, AI is not gonna fix your locked car unless everybody has Teslas that are no key, right? But unless like the world just has like a no key policy, then there's still gonna be a need for locksmith businesses. And my only issue is like this one hasn't been around enough. This is like, I need 20 years of operating history, like 20 years. So I would avoid this. This one was kind of interesting, like a Riverside County manufacturer proprietary bulldozer parts. Super freaking niche. Like that's very boring. But this one has been around for like 40 years. It's been around doing some numbers. The owner is ready to retire. Good to sell. This is not a simple job shop, but the production of a sophisticated device that includes hardware and electronics. They manufacture a family of branded proprietary add-on power tilt angle blades that can be used for a variety of tasks, including grading, trimming, sloping, and ditching. The average unit sales order is $14,000 for a single board and up to $30,000 for a bulldozer with dual blades. Limited competition. Revenues are increasing. Ooh. This business would not qualify for an SBA loan. Oh, there's commingled P&Ls. Wait, what is this? Commingled P&Ls. All right, something's off here. The company shares their facility with a related service business that utilizes the majority of their... Yeah, this is tricky. So while the company is retiring, I think there might be some commingling of like customer accounts, and there might be over reliance on this other shared sister company on their ability to generate revenue. So as like the business splits, you might not be able to like keep that same recurring revenue nature of relationships, especially as the owner retires. This one's messy. It's complex. So I would just be careful. So out of all of them, this one I think is the coolest. You just gotta get a plumbing license. That's literally the only bottleneck. It's not impossible, but it's literally the only bottleneck. You know, I'm gonna add this to the Discord as well. To the Discord for the boys, for the bungulators, for the shred lords. Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, 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 bum. Ba-bum. Let me edit this and add this one. So, was it retail? I think you said not retail. It was pull out. There you go.
Enjoy more ways to save at Ralph.
Shut up, ad. All right. There you guys go. There you guys go. You know what I'm saying? Rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. All right. All right. We found y'all some businesses. And we learned a lot. Edwin, this was such a W find. Going through the content for Alpine and then having it applied to just like the whole code and all that. I'm about to work on that. Now I'm inspired just to get a little bit of lean processes. Now it's time to save money. That's right, pull out. Hey man, it starts with you, bro. It starts with you. Get your education, find your investments. This is like a sub, I gave this a B tier. This just shows that like at that tier of like businesses, what's available is just kind of mid. So you just gotta be patient with it. Put your money into an index fund for now. You know, but there will be more deals to come across. And don't let the listings to sway you from like going to find local ones in your local county or area that aren't listed, but you can start calling, reaching out and building relationships with owners. That's where it can have like a pretty differentiated like playbook there. You know what I mean? Do I have a streaming biz? What do you mean by streaming biz? Like like content? Like is my content under a business and stuff? I definitely don't own a streaming company. But all my content sits under a like a media business. It's like a media empire. Little media empire. Laughing all the way to the bank. Oh yeah. Yep. It all sits in a media business. So that like the mic, the computer, the PC, my editors, thumbnail artists, all that is eligible, tax deductible expenses. And if you guys have a business, I recommend you to consult your tax advisors before you're trying to figure out what is eligible and not eligible for tax write-offs. All right. Let's see. What else is going on in the world? What else is going on in the world, chat? House of Rothschild got entangled with Jesus Christ. That stuff is literally everywhere. OMG. Hermes iPhone sparks Apple comeback in China. Wow. Yeah, Apple is crushing it overseas. Japan goes to the polls after the shortest campaign in post-war era. W. Anything big in the world besides the freaking Epstein files that we should be smarter on? I want to build my own I want to build my dang AI bot, not a claw bot. I don't trust that. I want to just find my own like personalized AI system, you know? Yeah. Do you like it? Is it good quality, guys? I have a Shure mic. I don't know if it's good or not. Sorry if it's bad quality, but I'm just like learning my whole tech thing. But yeah, I have a Shure mic. I got a Shure mic. Sure, I got a Shure mic. All right. Oh, it sounds good. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Darkest Summary. Thanks, man. Thanks, dog. I appreciate that. Legends. You know, I'm just learning. Hey, it's my first month ever just streaming. So I want my AI system to, I would love for the thing is I have I'm starting to actually develop like a Elon Musk schedule of a day as it relates to his businesses, nothing else in his personal life. Like I'm like, it's just like across the content, the holding company. I'll give you guys like a glimpse of like what my Friday was like. Thursday was even crazier. Like my Thursday was wake up, gym. No, I didn't even go to the gym. I went to the gym in the afternoon. So like wake up, management meetings with the seller, legal catch-ups, and then I had to do like some diligence, and then I had to make a quick thumbnail. I'm picky on my thumbnails, so I like to make them myself now. And the turnaround time's faster. Like these guys, these thumbnail artists are so slow. And then I had to review the shorts from my from Anna, and then I had to go to the gym, and then I had to like handle a bunch of like personal admin stuff. Then I had like brand deal meetings, and then I had to freaking have like a deep content sprint where I had to like come up with ideas for like the main channel for like good long form stuff, and like post close where like we have all this filming going on, so I got to like plan the scripting and the ideas for that, and then had to make sure the team understands the storyboarding behind that and start collecting the B-roll, and then emails and messages, and then hopped on stream, and I think that was a quick stream, so it was like a 2-hour stream Thursday night, and then after stream I had a call with a founder in South Korea, and we had a conversation about his business that he does, which is like a cool software model for this boring industry that we're acquiring a company into. So he's gonna try to use us to penetrate the U.S. market, because he wants to use our business as a case study to like unlock value for like our type of company in the U.S. And so like tried to show that value creation thesis and market opportunity. It was really cool. He showed me a demo of his product and everything. And I met him at CES. So that shows the power of the conferences, guys. And then after that, he pitched me like his business because they're raising capital. So then I had to go from like a vendor conversation to then like an investing conversation because they're raising a Series B, and the holdco could invest in a Series B. And then after that, I got super excited about like the value creation thesis. So I started to model out what could be the different revenue streams and the impact on EBITDA margins. And then I went to bed. You know? So I don't know what I want my AI system to do yet. I just know that there's like a lot of stuff that can just be like off of my brain and like handled, you know? Like I was telling Eric earlier, I was like, I definitely might be getting to the point soon, especially once this business is rolling. Oh, and then I had interviews. I had to interview like 5 people to be like our remote engineers for our business, right? So I had like interviews with people. So yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of stuff, but it's really sick. It's very fun though. It's very fun though. And I'm uber competitive because like if Elon Musk is another human being that can have that kind of output, I can at least give it a shot to be as cracked, you know? So that's my approach. I got retail, circle back with me on that. So I'm going to figure out like where I can optimize. Like, you know, what we learned earlier today around mapping out your processes. I got to map out my processes, and I got to figure out the X on my processes to identify like what we're doing. Yeah. Remote engineers, Lyrics too. How you doing, mate? Hope you're having also a fantastic freaking weekend, bro. But we are hiring, they're not doing like the full engineering, but they're doing like production work, like drafting, designing, legal description research, and all that stuff for this civil engineering company we're acquiring. So maybe not software engineers. I know you're a computer science like software engineer. This is like CAD, civil design, building bridges, like subdivisions, that kind of stuff. So unsure if that's what you're interested in. Yeah. Lyrics too, but you trying to do internships? Maybe we'll do a stream one day where we help you recruit and find like some good internships and jobs, and I'll show you the playbook that I think is really effective for like networking with people and finding jobs and things like that. Because I know for the folks that are like in college, I know the job market can be like pretty intense right now. So whatever I can do to help folks that are like looking for jobs right now, like whether it's like helping you build a crazy elite resume or helping you like find how to network with people and separate yourself in the pack and build relationships, I think that's an important skill set. It's not like a smart money move. It's kind of just like a smart career move. And it's a good play. So happy to showcase that. Do some companies that are stocks just own other stocks and assets in their holdings and not even like that great of a product? Yeah. There's a lot of holding companies out there. A lot of holding companies that own a lot of junk. And then there's a lot of holding companies that own a lot of greatness, like Berkshire Hathaway. There's a lot of Swedish businesses that do a really good job of that. But there's a lot of folks out there that are just like owning absolute dog water crap. You really need that? I got you, bro. You keep showing up, man. Yeah, you keep showing up. So I got you. I owe you one. I see your name all the time on our stream, and it's however I can be helpful, bro. You let me know. So ping me on Discord or like put it in one of the general chats of just like, hey, this is my background. This is what I study. This is like my dream goal and dream job. And we'll just like pull up on stream one day and just like build you a roadmap of like how to get there. So that could be really fun. That could be really dope, right? W stream. That's right, Boogie. That's right, Boogie. W stream for the Shred Lords. That's what we do. Hey, everybody eats. Everybody eats around here. We're in the business of making smart money moves. You know what I'm saying? I like to call this Separation Saturdays. This is Separation Saturdays. While everybody out there freaking twiddling their thumbs, not doing nothing but waiting until Monday. We out here separating ourselves from the pack, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like Lily, what do? We learned so much. We found businesses in Texas and California. We've freaking understood what the heck a Claudebot was. We mapped out absolute processes for optimizing a private equity fund and businesses using lean manufacturing. And that's what we do every single day. What's today? Today's what? I don't have the stream title on. What day is today for the stream? Are we day 36? 30? No, not 36. What are we? What day is this? Should be in the title. 30. I don't know. I can't find it. But either way, we're consistent with it. Out here delivering strong support. I'm still on a big high right now. I'm on a big high just from. Oh, we're day 38. Thanks, A-Dub. I appreciate that. Hey, day 38. Let's freaking go, bro. Let's freaking rock, man. We're 1 month and 1 weekend to 52 weeks straight. Tight stuff. But I'm still geeked that we are we hooked up Dat Bull, you know? Like he literally did one of the greatest things he could ever do, and that's like becoming a father. And we hooked him up to just like literally go out there and like build the foundations for building wealth for his kid, you know? So, and we're not gatekeeping. I didn't charge him a freaking course for that, bro. So lock in, Shred Lords. Don't be falling for that mess. You know what I'm saying? So, it's my favorite song. But anyway, Shred Lords, I'm about to, I can't do a 12-hour stream tonight. I got church tomorrow. Guys. So I gotta be very responsible. I want to be present and grounded and locked in on that. And we got a bunch of Holdco stuff to do tomorrow at the church. So your boy's about to get some sleep early and make some smart health moves. And Hunter and Garrett, especially you two boys in the chat, Top Dog, Shred Lords, thank you guys for the support last night on the long late night stream, as well as Darkest Sunray. But you guys especially get some sleep tonight. All right, you guys were up late, man. And as I always say, like the smartest move that you can ever make is investing in yourself to live a life of abundance. All right, and that's by investing in memories instead of things. Surrounding yourself by people that inspire you to live a good, healthy lifestyle. Surrounding yourself with people that encourage you to do ambitious, audacious things. And just being consistent, persistent, and not taking no for an answer in whatever it is you want to achieve and build in life, y'all. The recipe is literally there. It's the boring route. It's the slow route. It ain't that fun. It's not that sexy, but it works. You just show up. Day after day, show up, whatever you want to do. Show up for your health, show up for your family, show up for your friends, show up for your job, show up for your sourcing, show up for your ideation, whatever it is, show up every single day and watch magic happen. You know what I'm saying? So W's in the chat for literally all of you guys for showing up on a Saturday to have our Separation Saturdays and just literally remove ourselves from the pack. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do. Ain't nobody out here putting up work like how we doing, all right? So I appreciate y'all rocking with us. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'm about to go probably get me some ice cream tonight and go to bed and listen to that new J. Cole, Darkest Summer. So I got that on my agenda. So much love, Stray Lords. Take care of yourselves. And let's get out of here, all right?